And we are back with, of course, a brand new edition. It's Saturday. It is Saturday. We finally made it to the weekend, bitch. Are you as excited as I am to do nothing? Just saying. I'm trying to do not a goddamn thing. If you hear noise in the background, my apologies. People are loud when they're playing video games, if you know what I'm saying. Anywho, nanner. It is Saturday and I am on fire. James made a video song. I'm actually going to post it. What up, baby girlfriend? What up, Gish? I'm actually going to post it on my TikTok because I think it's amazing. I look completely fucking ridiculous, but it's totally fine. It's totally fine. What up, my girlfriend? All right, I didn't even introduce myself. My name, obviously, is Jen. I am your manifestation bestie, where I teach you how to leverage the law of assumption and everything else in your life to work in your favor. I know that sounds good to you, so click the follow button, subscribe button, wherever you're watching from. I go live every day at 10 o'clock Pacific time. If you ever miss a live, what up, Tyrese? If you ever miss a live, I always put them on the tube of the U. So while you're there, subscribe. Watch them. They're long as fuck, but please watch them if you want to, do what James's video said, do what the fuck I say, implement. How about that? How about you implement? Because then you could be like Epic Panda, who posted success stories about how she is getting all this fucking movement from her SP. Snaps to her, because that's what we do around here. Get you your shit. I told you, it's the law of get your shit. That's what we do. The law of get your shit, the law of leverage. I don't even feel like getting dressed today. That's how this works today. But I have to be careful when I get up and slide out. You know what I'm saying? Thanks, Epic Panda, girlfriend. I love you. But she's getting her shit. That's what we do here, okay? I manifested my boyfriend from no contact to living with me in only 4 weeks. I managed to cut that fucking time in half. So if you want to know exactly how I did it. Oh, that's right. My bad, Taylor. If you want me to manifest your recipe for you, or you want to work with me one-on-one to figure out where you're going wrong so you can get your shit right and tight, the links are in my bio. What up, Desiree? Okay, I'm here to help you. Okay, that's the thing. This is why we don't charge a shit ton of money for coaching. I know we don't do email coaching. I love you too, Taylor. I'm definitely going to read your shit, though, today, because that is terrible. How dare me? There you go. What up, Tyrese? Thank you, baby. Okay, so, yeah. If you want to, we have a WhatsApp group, which is lit, and so you should, literally join. Why would you not? Duh. So you can bother Bevy. Who wouldn't want to bother Bevy? And we go in there and we give advice, and you can see the success stories and all that other shit. You know what I'm saying? So that is what we're here for. Okay? But yeah, everyone wants to bother Bevy. Yes, Tyrese, and I miss you too. And I saw your message. I'll respond. But if you want to join our WhatsApp community, we also have text coaching. We also have guided meditations, hypnosis, audios, which I strongly suggest you get before I get around to increasing the price today, because it's soccer fucking day today. James, I was just talking about you, saying I was going to post your video that you made where I look completely ridiculous on my TikTok. So there's that. Oh yeah, that's right. We have a friendly contest every day here on Tiki Talk Talk, and I don't know how to turn on subtitles in different languages. So if you guys can figure that shit out, let me know. I thought it was hilarious, though, James. That shit was funny. My boyfriend was like, what are you listening to? So there's that part. Do you hear the atrocity? Anyway, if you repost this live or share this live, you will be entered to win some amazing prizes. We talk mainly about SPs around here. If you don't like that shit, there's a whole other bunch of lives you can scroll to, okay? But we're not exclusive to SPs. If you do want to know how to manifest your SP back or have any questions, drop a comment down below. I'd be happy to answer them for you. Also, if you want to know how to manifest weight loss, appearance change, what a fat? Where the fuck have you been? Appearance change, weight loss, business success, money, health, all that shit. Luckily for you, I have managed to do that successfully. I have 100%. If you want to know how to manifest on a time crunch, I also have done that. I have 100% success rate. So there's that part. And so I've mastered all that shit. Okay. And of course, Flashy, you have a feeling that it's coming in like today? Yep, it is. I got that shit, Taylor. What up, Simply Jordan? It is definitely coming in. I'm telling you guys, we have to be on the lookout because trust me, when Flashy gives her, well, I want to look now, and now Taylor, I want to look, but I'm busy, bitch. When Flashy gives her success story in the WhatsApp group, hopefully that will inspire all of you. She won't do it until she gets her retirement. I mean, she has plenty of success stories to be posting, but she wants to post the success story when she gets 100% of her manifestation, which she's on the brink because she has gotten so much of birds before fucking land, and that's what this is all about. It's not all about birds before land, but it's all about you getting your shit. Okay, because that's what we teach here. We teach the law of get your shit. So, unless someone else teaches that shit, stick around. Stick around. You'll learn a couple things because you guys seem to be doing a whole lot of shit wrong. And I don't... What up, Angela, girlfriend? What up, Miss Lumps girl? That's right, lobster party on her. That's right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And she's got that good lobster. You know what I'm saying? From Maine. So, we need to talk. That's right. It's a law. That's right, Taylor. It's a law of get your shit. We're going to trademark that shit. Mm-hmm. Yep. So when people want to know about the law, I'll be like, that's the only law I know. So anywho, Nanner, what up, Lil Tick? And yes, I know you're a dude. It's going amazing. It's going amazing. It's Saturday. It's game day today, and it's Jen's going to record a shit ton of video content day. That's the goal. But my daughter made me promise that I cannot record. We have a whole day planned out. It's go live, then after live, order her the rest of her clothes for back to school, then I'm allowed to make my videos. Oh, good, look good, Lisa. Good, Lisa with a butterfly. Good. And what the fuck are they going to say? That you have the wallpaper on there stuff? I always did. Who cares? Who gives a shit? Okay. The key to manifesting. Yes, Lil. Manifest. It's all about manifestation. Okay. But it's all about simplifying the process. Okay. You guys overconsume content. And I know because I was an overconsumer of content. Now I can't even stand to watch that shit, to be quite frank. Okay. It annoys the crap out of me only because I know what I know. So because of that, when I was you and I was manifesting my boyfriend back, right? Well, thanks, Denise. Stick around because here I never tell you what you want to hear. I tell you what you need to hear, and I will kick your ass when you get out of fucking line. That's how people get their shit. But I was you, right? So I don't come and have myself outside of under, let's do it, Lil. I don't have myself, and we are family around here too, Denise, so you're going to love it around here because everybody knows everybody, and we all know. Oh, look at that, Flashy. Look at that. I told you. It's not hard to get her son to turn around. Mm-hmm. We had a call, right? And he spent 2 hours at the barn with with grandkids. Her boy did. Of course he did. Of course he did. Yes, we got it. Right? In less than 24 hours. You can change anything about anyone the second you decide to stop settling. To stop overcomplicating the shit, okay? I was you, right? I went down the whole law of attraction rabbit hole, as you guys all know my story, and it's like I spent 7 months on that shit. Drinking magic glasses of fucking water, was doing the whisper method, and visualizing a text coming through the phone at any moment, which never fucking came. there's that part. And I like basically shut my life down. I would do any waking chance I got. I would do a technique. I'd wake up 90 minutes before I started my day. Of course I can, Lil. Click the link in my bio, dude. I got you. I would wake up 90 minutes early in my day just to get my techniques in. I didn't fucking watch TV because it was like technique fucking time. Technique time. Look at all fucking kites that Steve in. You know what I mean? And I still didn't get my shit. However, when I realized, that's right, James. That's right, James. We're coining the J method around here in case you are unsure of the J method. J method, and if you're with your SP, then we call it the OJ method. Yep, I'm going to be making, if you think I'm fucking joking, I'm going to be making a video about that shit too. And you heard it here first, the J method is going to tick off just like the O method, you know what I mean? But for the fellas, which by the way, we also, I got you, Lil, we don't need date of birth and government names, okay? We only need the first name, that's all we need, okay? I guess spells, I was just too cheap to buy that shit. Let's be frank, right? And so that's why I don't have increased prices, you know what I'm saying? Because I've had like mentors, old mentors of mine are like, you should charge, $10,000. You wouldn't have to work with as many people. It's like, that defeats the whole goddamn fucking purpose. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? What are you crying about, bitch? What are you crying about? What are you crying about? You did message on TikTok about the WhatsApp group and your SP blocked you, so I gotta look. Y'all are not as slick as you fucking think on social media. Let's just be frank. You're not, okay? There's a reason why people have dummy accounts. You know what I'm saying? Lil, my dude, my brother, just click the link in the bio and let's get it poppin'. Let's get it poppin'. Let's go get your SP. Diana, is that her name? Let's go get your SP back. What up, Ray? Yeah, Angela, it's a super mine now. Super mine. Okay, so here's the thing you have to understand is who gives a fuck if you're blocked? You guys are shocked when you're blocked, but like, let's be frank. You're not really shocked, are you? I mean, sounds good. What up, Rob? It sounds good, but you don't, honestly. Hey, by the way, actually, Tyrese, we're actually going to have a tarot deck. Taylor. We're actually going to have a tarot deck, but it's not a tarot deck. It's going to be like an affirmation deck. But it looks like tarot card readings. Yeah, overthinking comes from not overthinking, and overwhelm comes from you guys reading way too into it, but you have to. You are, Taylor. You've been waiting for your SP to text you for 2 months. Like, I know he's mine and all, but still. Yeah, but that's the problem. Ali, you're in the waiting mode. I've been waiting. That's like saying what up, Yesy girlfriend? That's like saying I'm going to wait. Because eventually they're going to realize that they're in love with me. Maybe one day, right? Because here's the thing is, okay, so you are, yes, he is fucking hot. Okay, you are waiting, but here's the thing with knowing that you're getting back together, but not knowing, like, like just sitting in the waiting game, but knowing the outcome, right? Is if you don't know that they want to text you, if you're not seeing the version of them that would do the things you want them to do, then guess what? Sure, you may get back together. But when is entirely up to you, right? It could be like 10 years from now, fucking 20 years from now. Who the fuck? Right? There's a woman who, this is why living in the end is bullshit advice. Okay? There's a woman who lived in the end of marriage with her SP. And it took her fucking 13 years. That's a long goddamn fucking time. I was like, 13 years? What the fuck were you doing for those 13 years? I was like, that's a long ass time. I am not trying to have it take no 13 goddamn years. Like, I'm not trying to have it take, quite frankly, a lot of time in any sense of that word, right? Which is why I figured out how to manifest your SP quickly. Because no one is trying to have that shit take a long ass time. Right? I get a lot of people in my DMs that are like, I've been trying to I've had 3 coaches and I've been trying to manifest my SP back for over a year now. I'm like, you ain't been doing shit. You ain't been doing shit but wasting your time for a year. That's all you've been doing. Because you've been waiting. You've been watching video content. But this is why I go live. Lil, my dude. Click the link in my fucking bio. Or I'll respond to your DMs, but click the link in my goddamn bio. Here's the problem with content, okay? So content is great. Mina, do I have any tips about what specifically? Okay, yesterday after we did the photo method, I broke down the entire system on how to fucking manifest your SP back. I literally broke it down. Step by step. It's 4 fucking steps. It's not 20 million steps. But the problem with consuming content is you get drips of content. Okay? So this is why I go live. Because there's only so much you can say in a fucking video. So you're getting bits and pieces of content, bits and pieces of advice, and you have to try and duct tape that shit all together. And then where one person says one thing, another fucking moron says another. That's how that works. And then people are just coming up with shit. They're just coming up with stuff like conscious creation. What the fuck what is conscious creation? You are not consciously creating shit. You are consciously aware of what you're manifesting now, but you're not consciously creating anything. It's subconsciously, but this is where they want to come up with names for themselves, right? That's like the I am. That's called a goddamn identity. Why do we need to get all fancy with the shit? You know what I mean? We don't need to do all that shit, you know, and that's where people don't understand, and so you overcomplicate it. So they tell you there's 50,000 steps to manifesting your SP. Someone will tell you one thing, another person will tell you another. The difference is none of them have manifested an SP back. Keyword is back. Sure, they may be married. Sure, they may have a boyfriend. A lot of them don't, to be quite frank. They don't even have an SP, but yet they talk on it. All that shit, right? But they haven't manifested one back. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to go manifest somebody new. Literally, I can go on Tinder right now and go find someone new. That's the stupidest shit in the world. Okay, but the difference between what we do here and what they don't do on other platforms or in their content is get you to understand what caused your shit in the first place and the fact that it's your fucking fault. And to break the patterns. Once you know how to break the patterns that arose, because you've had more than one relationship, most of you, right? But there's only one thing all of them have in common, and that shit is you. So you can blame all your SPs all you want. You can decide you want a whole new SP. It doesn't fucking matter if you don't evolve. If you don't do something fucking different. They don't tell you that though. They just tell you how to manifest an SP. And they don't know what they're talking about. There's that part. Because I know the study of the mind. So there's that common sense analogy. When you know that study of the mind, that is my background, then you know how to bypass and leverage the subconscious mind to work in your favor. They don't know how to do that because they just, User 624, you don't have a name. So if you booked and you have not heard back from me, then you need to message either me or Bevy with your actual name. And then we'll take a look because you should have booked a call. It literally takes you directly to booking a call. So you should have booked a call. If not, then we'll get you on the calendar. Don't even trip. See, Bevy's already on it. She's already on that shit. Okay, so don't even worry about it. Okay, so here's the major problem. Okay, so in case you are new here, I get a lot of new people here. Okay, so let's go ahead and walk down memory goddamn fucking lane. Okay, you need to understand what a plan, girlfriend. You need to understand what caused the breakup. for the 10 millionth time. If you've been here a long, Jock, where the fuck have you been? If you've been here for a long time, then you know by now you've already caused the breakup. But if you are new here, I have to get you to realize what caused the breakup. Because if you can realize what caused the breakup, then you can realize what can cause the makeup. Okay? Okay. Can I have a man that's never met me and only spoken to me, obsessed with me? Why not? Do you have anybody obsessed with you? I was going to say you can have your dog obsessed with you, but who the fuck would want your dog obsessed with you? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because okay. So you said, do I keep, I'm going to walk you through what caused the breakup, okay? Live well with Stacy, loving all your stuff I bought, but I don't see all of it. Message Bevy, and she'll get you sorted out because you should have everything. If not, we will go ahead and get you sorted out, bitch. Look at Bevy all giving me all love. She must want something. She must want something. Okay, so here's the thing. You say, do I keep persisting even though he blocked me? No. Obviously, the answer to that would be yes. Right? What did Epic Panda say in our success stories today? She said, persist, persist, persist. You never stop persisting. Plus, stop acknowledging being blocked because who gives a fuck? Being blocked is a circumstance. Okay? That's all it is. It's a circumstance. And do circumstances matter? I can tell you no, they don't, right? But because everyone says that. Circumstances don't matter. Circumstances don't matter. No. That's true and not true. Okay? Do circumstances matter? No, they don't. But do they matter? Yes, if you assume they do. Everything's an assumption. Okay? So it doesn't matter if you're blocked, you don't have any way to contact them at all. Like, there's gutter trash, long distance, all that shit. Oh, there we go. Hashtag good baby. There's all that shit. Does any of that technically matter? Can any of that stop your manifestation? No. But yes, if you choose to keep viewing it as a circumstance. If you view it as a circumstance sitting in between you and SP, then it 100% matters. It doesn't, I can sit here all day until I'm blue in the face and tell you circumstances don't matter. But it's up to you to decide that that's true. See what I'm saying? That's what they don't tell you. They just tell you circumstances don't matter. Circumstances don't fucking matter. Circumstances don't matter. Shut the fuck up. And why don't you educate them? That's why I got blocked on a live. That crazy broad? She blocked me on a live because one, I asked her what she's successfully manifested. I just asked her what she's manifested. She never answered the question. Then she kept saying things and I said, why don't you actually educate? She's like, if you gift me, then I will teach you how to manifest. Somebody asked me that shit the other day. I was like, I don't even know what the fuck that means. But like, I'm supposed to come on here and talk about what? But only keep these secrets if you gift me? I didn't have the brain power for that shit. And so I was like, so I asked her, I said, why don't you try educating your audience on what you're talking about? Why don't you tell them what you're talking about? Explain things to them. Then I got blocked. And then after she blocked me, then she wanted to talk to me. Don't do that because you obviously know that if you thanks, Lindsay girlfriend. You honestly know that if you wouldn't have blocked me and you wanted to talk to me, I would have responded. But you didn't want a response because God forbid your audience sees the truth. That's why I try not to call people shit. But I have to because there's so much. Snaps for you, Senia. Snaps for you, Senia. She says, so much movement. SP is telling her everything she wants to hear. Why would he not tell you what you want to hear? And she's going on a trip and seeing him. Now, if you've been following their journeys, right? Because they don't just like pop in and like 6 months later pop out, right? If you've been here, you get to see their comments, right? Their comments. And what was it? Thanks to Organically Zen Skincare. And what, Yesenia, when did you say this shit? Like yesterday? I literally think it was yesterday where she was like, I want him to take me to, where's the fucking Utah? I wanted to take me to Utah She's dating a musician, by the way. I want him to take me to Utah to spend time with him. That was like yesterday. Oh, and in case you're wondering, do your thoughts need to be 100% on point? No. Should they be as consistent as possible? Yes. But let it motivate you, because Yesenia was in my shit like a week ago. Like, I think I'm giving up. I didn't even acknowledge her. You don't quit on me. We don't quit. We don't fold. We don't cave. And I knew she was stronger than that shit, so she pulled her big girl panties fucking on, got a grip, and now here he is back and forming. You can't screw shit up. You can't screw shit up. Okay, so if you want to view being blocked as a circumstance, and like, well, he can't contact me because I'm blocked. Look, let this inspire you. Okay. I'm gonna go have a chat with my boyfriend's picture about giving me some more gifts. I want a gift today, but it's his birthday coming up. Why can't I get a gift? You know what I'm saying? That's right. Rhea is in our 7-day intensive, by the way, and she said she's been doing everything I said, and SP popped up today with gifts and open heart. You can't make this shit up. You cannot make this shit up. Okay. So, to the person with a cursive name and lips that's worried about being blocked, let this inspire you. So Tamara, she's on my team. She hired me to manifest for her. And I always say I'll bring them to your door. Well, she was blocked on everything. She came on here the other day and said that to everybody because you guys are worried about the block feature so fucking much. She, within 48 hours? She was blocked on everything. No contact. Within 48 hours, he showed up at her door. Care to guess what her status was on social media? She was still blocked. On everything. I have another client. Same thing. She's like, he blocked me on everything. I was like, oh God, who gives a fuck? And so I told her, I said, stop acknowledging the blocked and just focus on what you want. And she was still blocked. Showed up at her door. That's how this works. Okay? Because you have to think on the priority spectrum. Like I'm always telling you guys, on the priority spectrum here. What's your goal? That's right. Snaps for Angela. Look at all these snaps we're getting on a Saturday. Hopefully you guys motivate this shit and stop declining on the weekend, okay? Right? Angela said, my man is in Mexico, but he has been texting me something he never did before. Hopefully you guys are paying attention. Pay attention, okay? I don't come on here just to hear myself talk, right? I already have my boyfriend, as you can hear, okay? I already have my boyfriend back. I don't need to talk about it. Okay? If you're new here and you don't know my story and you want to think circumstances fucking matter, I don't talk about my story on here anymore because it's old story. But you can go to my YouTube channel. It's just scroll right past all my TikTok live replays. It's the same goddamn thumbnail to make it easy for you. Just go right past them and you'll see how I manifested my SP back. That's my story. Okay? It's like a 25, 30-minute video. But maybe that'll inspire you, okay? Because none of that shit matters. None of it matters. So stop trying to make it matter. Stop trying to make it matter. Oh, he comes back Sunday. Look at that. Snaps. More snaps for Angela. Y'all tend to spiral on the fucking weekend. I don't even get that shit, okay? So, while we're... live well with Stacy. It's not Betty, it's Bevy. Bevvie. All right, so let's go down memory lane for all the newbies here, okay? All the newbies here. Let's discuss what led to the breakup, okay? So, you first met, what up, GG girlfriend? You first met your SP, and everything was amazing. He was checking all the he or she. That's right. That's right, Lindsay. Snaps for Lindsay, bitch. I can't even get through some shit around here because of all this shit, right? SP is coming over tomorrow, and her story is that her story is he's coming to see her. Obviously. Why wouldn't he, bitch? Have you seen yourself? You're fucking hot, bitch. Okay? So you met your SP. Everything was amazing. They were checking all the fucking boxes, right? You were all great. You guys started, he was attracted to you, or she was attracted to you, was chasing you, pursuing you. Everything was great at first, right? And you were talking all the time, spending time together. Feelings were being caught. And then you got into a relationship and everything escalated really, really fast. Because you were in the everything is perfect vibe between me and this person, right? So everything escalated really fast. And you guys were on the fast track to success in your relationship. And then you had a disagreement. And the disagreement turned into an argument because most of the time it's because you ladies can't shut the fuck up, right? Most men are not argumentative like that. But women, you can't shut the fuck up. So they say something you don't like and it's like clap, 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 clap. Bark, 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 bark. Right? And so then the argument verbally stops. But not for you bitches. Not for you. No, because it commences here. Right up in here. You're like, this motherfucker. Now you're replaying everything that they told you during the argument. And you're like, oh, I can't fucking believe it. I can't believe it. What this? Fuck him. I can't believe he talked to me that way. What a fucking asshole. Then some of you will go back for round two. Like you're all done and you're like, and now he's moved on. He's like sitting on the couch watching sports. You're like, oh, I'm not done. We still have some things to talk about. Other ones of you will call anybody who will fucking give you the time of day. You calling your bestie, your mother, your family. You're like, you're not going to believe what he said. This, that, and the fucking third, right? So then your argument stops. And you brush things under the rug. And you move forward in your relationship. And then you have another disagreement. And the disagreement turns again into an argument and history repeats itself. It went the same way the first fucking one did, right? And now you start to notice as your relationship progresses that your arguments, your disagreements and your arguments tend to be more frequent. And then at some point in your relationship, you find yourself saying to yourself, to other people, like they're changing. They're not the same person that when we met, right? And the reason for that is because every time you had a disagreement, every time they did something you didn't like, every time you had an argument, you held on to that current version of your SP and it started to expand. You started to complain about them even more and more and more and bitch and bitch and bitch. And it kept that version of them right in play. So now you're starting to see them as disrespectful because they said something disrespectful. Now that's the version you're selecting. And now they're more disrespectful as the time in your relationship goes on. Every argument you see disrespect, disrespect, disrespect. This is how this works. And so you're noticing that they're changing. They're not the same. And now that relationship is on the decline. And as it's on the decline, towards the end of your relationship, you start to question everything. As the decline is happening, you're not questioning everything. You're questioning if they're telling you the truth, who they're really hanging out with, where they're really actually going, how they feel about you. Their feelings have changed. They're not the fucking same. Now you're saying they're not the same. You don't even recognize that version of your SP because they're totally different than the version of your SP that they were when you first started dating. And now you're questioning, do they even care about me anymore? Do they love me? Do they still have feelings for me? Like, are they going to break up with me? Are we good? Then the breakup. So now, this is when things get fun. Because obviously the breakup is not mutually agreed upon. It's one-sided. So now they break up with you. And now you're just like, oh no. I just need to talk to them. If I could just talk to them and plead my case and talk to them, I'll get them to understand. We'll get back together. So let me call them 55,000 times. And if they don't answer those 55,000 calls, then let me call them private number because they just might not know it's me. And then if they don't do that, in the meantime, I'm also going to text them repeatedly over and over and over again. And for some of you, you're like, I'll just pop up at their job. Let me just go to their house. Let me try. I just need to talk to them. And then if that doesn't work, then you're like, oh, Now let's head to social media. Now I'll just start liking all their shit. I'll start viewing all their stories. I'll start looking at all their stuff, trying to get their attention. And if that doesn't work, then I'll just slide in their goddamn fucking DMs. And then, oh my God, now I'm blocked. Now they don't want shit to do with me. Because all you did after the breakup was force the 3D. And as you know, based on your own personal experience, that shit didn't work. And now here the fuck we are. So, did you have to visualize the breakup? Let me visualize him breaking my heart. Did you have to do the 55 by 5, 3, 6, 9 for the breakup? No. Did you drink a magic fucking glass of breakup water? He's gonna break up with me, yes. No. Did you robotically affirm for the breakup? He's going to break up with me. 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 He's totally going to block 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 me. No. So, if you didn't do any techniques to manifest the breakup, what on earth makes you think you need to do any of that shit to create the makeup? You don't. Okay? It's not like the universe. You're not attracting shit, by the way, okay? It's not like, and the universe isn't bringing you shit either, okay? The universe is not Santa Claus and decides who in the fuck gets shit, okay? They're not like, hey, you know what? You've been a good little bitch for the last 6 months. You get your shit. But you, on the other hand, we've been seeing you, and you've been living in sin, bitch. So nope, you ain't get you do not get your shit. No one is deciding that but you. You're in control. You created everything. So while you want to sit there after the breakup and blame your SP and have resentment and demand an apology, no, he hurt my feelings and he did this, that, and the fucking third. No, he didn't. No, she didn't. It may appear that way, but you created that shit by selecting the version of them that would do that to you. That's why they never do that in the beginning. They were never disrespectful in the beginning. You weren't like, this man is such an arrogant and wooden asshole. Fuck yeah. That's the guy I want to date. Were they? No. So you've already experienced the true them. But you, over the course of knowing them, has selected a different version of them over and over and over again, a worse version of them. And now that the breakup happened, you are holding on to the most recent version of them, the one that broke your heart, the one that hurt your feelings, the one that said mean, hurtful things. That's how you're choosing to see your SP now, because that was your most recent encounter. But the reality is, like when we do the photo method, the reality is they're not the only one that changed during the course of your relationship. You've already experienced your true, authentic person, who they were when you first met. That's who they were. That's who they are. All you have to do is select that version again. But you guys can't do that. Because y'all get your shit up in a fucking bunch. Chris. Oh, man. So you need to understand, oh my God, I have something in my fucking eye. That it's all you. You need to stop being the victim. You need to stop victimizing yourself every waking second that you get. You need to stop freaking blaming everybody and everything. Oh my God, what the fuck is in my eye? Okay, this is why businesses thrived during the pandemic, and this is why businesses failed during the pandemic. Because all they did was blame the pandemic. No one's buying. Are you insane? Do you know how much money people were getting during the fucking pandemic and people had nothing else to do with their gut and fucking time? So they were shopping like a mother effer. So I did that. You expect me to say fuck her, but I didn't. I've evolved. For 1 second now. Don't get too comfortable. They were buying like it was going out of style because them stimmy checks and that freaking unemployment was hitting for people. You know what I'm saying? They were getting more money to sit their ass at home and do not a goddamn thing than they were having to work the whole fucking time. But businesses, thanks as a girlfriend, but businesses failed because they did nothing but blame and live at the effect. Okay? In NLP, it's called cause and effect. Okay? You can live at the effect, and when you live at the effect, your subconscious, that means you're blaming everybody, you're blaming everything. And when you do that, your subconscious mind shuts down. Like, it doesn't turn off, but it shuts down because it's like, well, it's not our fault, right? So if it's not your fault, you can't see a solution. There's no solution. It's not your fucking fault, right? So there's no need for your RAS to be looking for a solution. However, when you put yourself at cause and start accepting, that's not victim mentality, it's the opposite, and start accepting how you played your part, well, then guess what happens? Your RAS activates, your reticular activator system in your subconscious mind, it activates. And it's like, oh, Houston, we got a problem. We got to find a fucking solution. So it starts scanning your surroundings, looking for evidence to bring into your conscious awareness. When you accept responsibility, you can see a solution. But you can't possibly see one if you're the fucking victim, because I keep telling you, you're not the victim of shit. So stop being a victim, because you changed during the course of your relationship too. Okay, because when you met your SP, think about it this way, because let's be honest with yourself. When you met your fucking SP, you were different. You were different. You were walking through life on your terms. You were living life on your terms. It was about you, right? You were just doing you. Going to work, taking care of your kids, whatever, going out with your friends, having a social life, whatever. You were just doing you. And you didn't seek validation from the opposite sex or whoever you're into, right? You didn't seek validation from other people like that. You knew who you were. And so you had a confidence level about you and a surety level about you, which was great. And that's who your SP was attracted to. That's who your SP was like, fuck yeah, there's something about her. Because you didn't need your SP. Did you want them? Sure, but you didn't need them. Your relationship didn't define who you were in the beginning. But then you started dating your SP. And over the course of your relationship, it started creating insecurities within you. Every time you argued, every time they would say things that you didn't like, you would take it personal, right? You would take it personal. And so because of that, it started changing you. You started getting insecurity. You started getting insecure within your relationship. You started questioning shit. You started changing how you saw yourself, your identities. And you came from a place of wanting to be with your SP to needing to be with your SP. So you also changed. So if you want something different, you have to revert back to the person you were, the confident bitch, but the evolved version, because the goal is for you to realize where the fuck you went wrong. Because nothing that comes out of their mouth is an attack anymore. Nothing that comes out of their mouth. You should be listening for the 10 millionth fucking time. You should be listening to what they say, to be listening to what they say. Like this. I keep telling, eventually fucking CC, I'm going to get a goddamn hat out. I have 25,000 hats. Not as a boo, but you should be listening to what they say as an investigative goddamn reporter. Like, please. What problem do you have? Thanks, pumpkin girlfriend. Please, what problem do you have? Okay, cool. I'm taking mental notes. Don't even trip, honey. I got this. I'm taking mental notes because I'm not taking it personal anymore. Instead, what I'm doing is I'm looking for the leverage. I'm looking for you to tell me where I'm going wrong in my thoughts, because they will always tell you. Okay. So instead, so you listen, not listen to respond. You don't need to take it personal. You just need to be like, okay, great. So what they said, you may not agree with, right? So you don't be like, so you don't need to argue. How many fucking times I have to tell you, stop arguing? Nothing good ever comes out of arguing. What good comes after? They still don't do what the fuck you want them to do. And now you're all pissed off. Nothing got resolved. So what's the fucking point? What's the point? So instead, you need to be evolved and be like, when they say something you don't like, you're listening for the leverage. And then you're like, okay, I get it. But in here, no the fuck I don't. Or no the fuck I don't. Because I listened to listen. You gave me the leverage, so I'm going to change that shit right up in here. Oh, okay, clearly I'm wavering on the version of you, or clearly I am still somewhat unsure of where this relationship is headed, which is why you're confirming what I don't want to hear. Friendship, we're not going to be together. I don't want to lead you on. All that stupid shit. So therefore it's like, oh. So clearly I'm wavering on your feelings for me, or what this is. Got it. Checkmate. Don't worry. I got this. They absolutely want to be in a relationship with me. Yep. Perfect boyfriend. Best relationship. He's the perfect boyfriend. We're the best relationship. Let me unfuck your mind. That's how you need to look at it. That's how you should be looking at everything when it comes to SP. And they say something you don't like. Allow me to unfuck your mind. Thank you so much. And thanks for the leverage, because they will always give you the leverage. If you listen. You know, like think about when you were a child, right? What did teachers say? Listen with your fucking listening ears. That's what you need to do. You need to learn. Oh man, my group was having a fucking field day in the WhatsApp yesterday with creating stickers and shit of me looking ridiculous, and then we checkmated and got one of Bevy. And then a video was made that's going to be on my TikTok later. It's a snazzy song. I look completely ridiculous, but it's totally fine. It's totally fine. I have a great self-concept. But that's where you need to learn from this point forward, because I already talked to my boyfriend. We're going to go get tattoos next week. And I told him, I said, do you want to get matching tattoos? He's like, yes. We're not getting matching tattoos. And this, I decided we are. But no, my main tattoo is going to be, oh, sorry, we go this way. Shut the fuck up. That's going to be the tattoo. My mom thinks I should draw it on my finger. And I said, draw it on my finger? Have we fucking met? Like, I have all kinds of tattoos. My entire back is a tattoo. My entire back is a phoenix with angel wings on top, because I am such an angel. So I'm not going to draw a fucking tattoo when I can go spend $50 and just shut the fuck up right here. And then maybe I'll get like a queen energy right there. What do you think? Okay. Why not? You only live once. YOLO. And then they're like, well, what do you do when you get older? You don't care about your tattoos when you get older? No. Why would I? Look. Did you know the number one tattoo that men get removed is a tramp stamp? I didn't know that until I went to go get one removed, and then they lost me at the fact it was going to take 2 fucking years. I was like, oh, 2 years, my fucking ass. When it can go, I'll go get that shit covered up in 3 hours, and it's gonna cost less. We'll just do all that. But when I found that shit out, I thought that shit was hilarious, because they were like, but I went and got it done, and they gave me a $10 Starbucks gift card if I let them record the process. I was like, why the fuck not? Who gives a fuck? But they said the number one tattoo they removed from men is tramp stamps. I said, I didn't know men got tramp stamps, but apparently it was a thing. And so then, like, literally now it's brought into my conscious awareness So then like 2 weeks later, I'm at like my friend's daughter's barbecue, birthday or whatever. And it was a pool party. And one of my guy friends, he had his shirt off like he always does. And I looked at his back and I'm like, did you have a tramp stamp? And he's like, fuck you, bitch. Because he had gotten it removed. But when you get it removed, you can still see parts of it. And so I thought that shit was fucking hilarious. Because now I make fun of him all the time. I'm like, don't you want to go like get your tramp stamp covered, filled back in? You know what I'm saying? Yes, for all of you asking. That's right, Laura. That's right, Laura. Like she says, after Jen, I really have my investigative hat on all the time and it changes fast. Yes, it does. When you start listening to listen and learn to shut the fuck up. Learn to shut up. So, I realize that. Gigi. So, people are asking how to lose weight. In case you're curious, that's how I got my start in the manifestation space. Is I got a shit ton of videos on weight loss on my YouTube channel as well as my TikTok. You just have to scroll down. But I got a crap ton of videos on my YouTube, and I need to post more because I still have them recorded. But obviously they're old, so don't acknowledge the fact that I don't have bangs there. I mean, they're not like old, ancient old, but they're before I had bangs. On weight loss. Because that was my main focus, because I lost over 100 pounds after I gave birth to my child. No diet, no exercise. I did that shit in fucking 11 months. Because I refused to eat like a bird. I would literally say that. I'm like, I'm not going to eat like a fucking rabbit my entire life. That's not the life. Plus, I thought, logically speaking, this is why diets don't work. So I threw a lot of rocks and stones at the diet industry. Because I was like, this is why diets don't work, because logically speaking. Oh yeah, Red, I loved the fucking stickers, bitch. Thanks, Diaviani. What was I saying? Oh yeah. Logically speaking, diets don't work simply because what's the game plan? Like, and that's why I didn't do it, because I was like, well, what's the long-term game plan here? I am supposed to diet the rest of my life. That doesn't sound like the fucking bio to me. So I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to diet the rest of my life. I love tacos and pasta way too fucking much to be dieting. And no, shirataki noodles are not the same as pasta. And no, cauliflower rice also does not fucking replace rice. And I'm half Japanese, so there's that part. So I'm not going to do that. The only time I eat shirataki noodles is in chicken noodle soup. Now that's a good substitute, by the way. But that's it. You know, like spaghetti squash. I mean, it's good depending upon what you're eating it with. But it's still, you're not going to tell me that shit replaces fucking spaghetti. You know what I'm saying? I don't even do whole wheat pasta. I think that shit is nasty too. So I decided to make it work, make it twerk. So how do you lose weight? It depends on what your goal is, okay? Because you have two options, okay, when it comes to weight loss. You can lose the weight, right, and focus on the number. However, you have to double bind it. So I was talking to somebody last week, and I said, if I could do it all over again, knowing what I know now, because I just lost weight knowing what I know on the subconscious mind, okay? I wasn't aware of manifestation at the time. And so, because this is a long time ago. And so, if I could do it all over again, I would have focused on both weight loss, but body. So I'm saying, body image too, because if you don't, oftentimes weight loss, let's say you want to weigh 130 pounds, okay? Depending upon how much weight you have to lose, when you hit your weight loss goal, it creates new insecurities within you, right? Because we're self-critical. So now you're looking at your body like, okay, now I got a fucking saggy stomach, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got all this stuff. So I would recommend that you double bind when you're losing weight now. I'm going to make a video about that. but it would be something like, well, you could say what Bevy said, right? As a body morph. And you could be like, every time I eat carbs, it goes straight to my tits and my ass, right? Or you can say every day my ass gets, what do I say? I say every day my stomach gets flatter, my ass gets fatter. I just think it sounds catchy. Right? So you can say whatever you want because you have to understand that your body only answers to one entity, and that is your mind. So that is why when your mind shuts off, your body stops working. You know what I'm saying? Because it only answers to your mind. So it doesn't know what you're eating, if it's good or bad, because your subconscious mind doesn't have eyes. It has no idea. This is where society fucks you up with the whole food pyramid and all this stupid shit. Reading nutritional labels. You need to be in a calorie deficit and this, that, and the fucking third, right? And all of this organic, you should eat organic. And now, what's the new thing now? There's pesticides. I don't fucking know in the fucking food now. Apparently, you can't eat a Taco Bell. Or fruits or vegetables. Somebody said, well, I guess now is a good time where I've never felt more proud that I only eat processed foods. So there's no facts. And so I used to tell, there's no facts unless you give it a fact. So I used to tell people in my videos, I'm like, show me somebody who got fat off of eating fucking canned green beans versus organic. Okay, shut the fuck up. There is no difference. There is no goddamn difference. Okay, you got to live within your budget because I was doing losing weight on a budget videos. So you have to live within your means. So who gives a shit? If you can't do organic, don't do organic. And what the fuck is organic anyway? I don't think that when they make carrots or grow carrots, that it needs to be it needs to grow in a certain place, and then that's organic. You know, it's big. You know, they're just hustling your ass. You know, they're just hustling you. I'm just gonna throw that out there. They're hustling you. Where's the proof that shit is organic that you're paying for at the grocery store? Except for the price. But you can tell yourself whatever you want. I can eat whatever I want and I lose weight. I can eat whatever I want and I lose weight, right? I used to always tell myself that is I can eat whatever I want and I lose weight. Doesn't matter. I don't need to diet. I lose weight, right? All that stuff. Everything I eat is good for me. Everything I eat is healthy for me. Everything I eat is healthy for me. Whatever you want to tell yourself. Because it does not know if you're eating a donut or a carrot. It has no idea. So you can literally be like, everything I eat is a carrot. It only knows what you tell yourself. So if you believe that McDonald's is fattening for you, well, that's exactly what the scale is going to reflect. If you believe that, donuts are bad for you, then your body will respond accordingly. That's how that works. Okay. So I would choose body image at the same time. So when you're saying certain things, I would also choose body image as well. So if there's a celebrity that you want to look like let's just say it's Kim, you think Taylor Swift has the perfect body for it. You're like, I look just like Taylor Swift. Shit, I am Taylor Swift. God damn it. Okay. So you do body too, because people can weigh the exact same weight and yet look totally fucking different. Which is why I'm convinced that low carb Lev didn't actually lose the weight. I think she just got surgery done because she's married to somebody. She lives like 20 minutes from me, if you know who low carb Lev is. She lives like 20 minutes from me, but I mean, she looks amazing. Don't even get me fucking wrong. She absolutely looks amazing, but I believe she was married to a very rich man, and she admitted she got a tummy tuck, but I think she got the whole fucking thing. I think she got the whole thing done. I don't think she lost that weight because she literally looks like really skinny, but then says she weighs 180 pounds. I'm like, where? You don't even have big ass fucking tits, and you don't even have a big ass. So where the fuck is 180 pounds? Unless you just got all the shit cut off. I'm just saying, you gotta listen to people's stories. Yeah. And I would have believed her more if she's making videos when she was fat. Tyrese did start it. Tyrese did start it. Mm-hmm. Okay. Ooh, God, baby, if you got a tattoo, I want to get a new tattoo. It's been a while. You get an itch for the tattoo, but I really want to finish my half sleeve. Look at us all getting tattoos and shit. So, real Miss Heather, the way this is why diets don't work. This is why cutting out and doing low carb, all that shit, it will work, but you have to change here. That's why the weight comes back. That's why the weight comes back. We have matching tattoos, Taylor. That's why I love you so much. That's why I was going to get a crown. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Rob, I'm going to put the circus video on my fucking TikTok. Aussie Wook. How about my ex just cheating on me? Should I manifest my ex back? Okay, well, it depends. We call them SPs, not X's. Okay? I can't answer that for you. Okay? The only time I'd happily give you an answer is if you're talking about that he's a physical abuser. Okay? If they're a physical abuser, then I'd say absolutely not. I don't support that because it requires a whole level of discipline. And most people lack the willpower to discipline for 5 minutes, let alone discipline a lot more. So for physical violence, no. Because I believe that you have to respect and love yourself enough to know to walk away. Know when something's not the shit, you know what I mean? But cheating on you, it would depend on the circumstance. I don't condone cheating, don't get me wrong. But if you love the person, then change it, right? Change it. See them as being faithful to you. Seeing all of that. To some degree, you caused it. To some degree, you caused. Thanks, yes, girlfriend. To some degree, you caused the cheating. You either questioned what they were doing, thought maybe they were talking to somebody else, didn't see yourself as good enough, and thought that he wanted to be with other people, right? Things like that could have caused what happened. But if you love him, why not? You just make him faithful. You know what I'm saying? So you would have your SPB 100% completely faithful to you. Like, never would he step aside this relationship. But this is where if you chose to manifest them back, you have to see them. It's in any scenario, there's a level of discipline. You'd have to see him differently. Okay, so like let's say he comes back into contact with you today, right? And everything's great. Everything's great in your relationship. You're all back on track. And then all of a sudden he's like, hey, I'm going to go out for the night with my guy friends. You have to break the pattern. You can't be like, but is he going to cheat on me again? Every time he fucking goes out or looks at his phone. You can't do that. Instead, this is where the discipline in your mind goes into play. I'm telling you, Rob, they said that's the number one chat. That's the, you have a tramp stamp, Tyree. I'm telling you, they said that was the number one thing. That was the number one goddamn fucking thing. Diavane. She says, bestie, I'm manifesting him back into my life after a bad breakup a few days ago. Oh, well, when things are fresh, it's not hard. It's not hard. It's not hard at all, no matter the time that's gone by, but good. Manifest him back. But know where you went wrong. So because you have to break the patterns. Because if not, this is where the saying history repeats itself comes into play. History only repeats itself because you run the relationship the exact same way you've done it before and again and again and again and again and again. And it ends the same way again and again and again and again and again. Because you ain't doing shit different. You're still reacting to the bullshit. You're still arguing. You're still seeing the worst in them. You're still doing all that shit. You're still bitching about them here. So, therefore, it goes over and over and over again. Taylor, I'm going to go hang out. I'm just like going to take a little trip and go hang out with Taylor for the weekend. The fuck? How does someone almost die cutting a spaghetti squash? What up, D's alien? Well, thank you. I know, Nakia. That's why, exactly. That's why I said if I would do it all over again, I would have, because that's the first thing that my guy friends said. They were like, I mean, you look great, but what the fuck happened to your ass? I was like, don't be a prick. Fuck you. Because I didn't have that problem before, right? But yeah, that's what happened. So I had to get over that and change that story because everyone used to say that. What the fuck happened to your ass? So now, you're plumping that shit back up. That's right. That's right, Golden Baby Love. So if you want a flat stomach, no one fucking likes a bragger, bitch. Oh, it's peptides. All this talk about fucking peptides lately. I'm like, come on. We lived our whole life. How did people live past 100 back in the days? They weren't eating organic. They certainly weren't taking peptides. They certainly weren't doing GLP-1 shots. You know what I'm saying? And yet they lived long ass fucking lives. I'm just saying, you need a machete. Rob. I know, but what I'm saying here, Rob, is can they prove it? Where's the video? I'll buy a tomato. I'll buy an organic tomato. The minute the grocery store has a video showing that it was grown without toxic pesticides. Just saying. How do you prove that shit? How do you prove it? They're supposed to take your word for it? CDA. How can I have my SP propose to me for marriage? What new story should I create in my mind? You need to see them as, well, one, you need to see yourself as perfect husband or perfect wife, okay? And two, you need to see them as wanting to marry you. Like, they absolutely love me. He talks about our future together all the time. He wants nothing more than to marry me. Yep, he's proposing to me right now. He literally wants to propose to me right now. He's just finding the right words to say. Yep, he only sees a future with me, right? Everything future intense purposes. Okay, everything is talking about your future. Well, that's how you have to look at it. What up, Spaz girlfriend? That's why you have to look at it. Like, if you went back to the weight loss thing real quick, you have to look at it like, well, then how are people able to eat shit? What up, Tori girlfriend? How are people able to eat? Like, have you ever? Everyone's got a couple. Everyone's got some skinny bitch friends, right? Where they can literally eat whatever the fuck they want and never gain weight. But what do they say when you tell them that? Like, bitch, how can you eat all that fucking food and never gain weight? What's the main thing that they tell you? I have high metabolism. What the fuck does that mean? I don't see you running the streets 16,000 miles a day, right? But they believe that. They believe that because they have high metabolism, this is their assumption, but because they have high metabolism, they can't gain weight. And so because of that, it is true for them. Mm-hmm. So just channel your inner skinny bitch syndrome. I should create skinny bitch syndrome. You write that shit down. Well, I mean, we got the J method, the OJ method, and now we got skinny bitch syndrome. I said I was going to make a video on something else too, but I forgot. But I need to figure that shit out because, time is of the essence, and I need to get these videos popping today. I just need to, and I'm writing them on all kinds of different paper. I just need to get them popping. I need to bang them out. Bang them out, baby. Look at that. Lisa with Butterfly said that she said she's been using Bevvy's affirmation and Bobby's food. Oh yeah. And her jeans are tied around her ass. It works. Hey, you know what? I used to always say that. I used to always say that I eat vicariously through Instagram, right? Because they always say Instagram. It's like if I was to click on my search on Instagram, it's just all fucking food. It's all fucking food. That's how I eat. So I'm not even hungry right now because I'm just thinking, yeah, I'm actually fucking hungry. Is a photo method only to get them to do something, or can I tell him he's in love with me? Nope, go to Baby Live. You can tell him whatever you want. You can literally tell him whatever you want, okay? So you can have a conversation with him through the photo method. You can say things that you want them to do, but you can also be like, hey, look, you're absolutely in love. You're absolutely in love with me. You know, you can't imagine your life without me in it. Okay, you're coming to spend the night tonight because you want to be with me and only me. Like, you're literally only faithful. You're only loyal, faithful, and committed to me and our relationship. You absolutely are in love with me. And you're going to tell me everything I want to hear. You can tell me whatever you want. You purchased a song story bundle and it is asking about everything SP told about past relationship. Why is that asking? Simply, Jordan, that is because in order for us to create it has nothing to do with the song, but in order for my team to create your SP story, we need to know if the answer to that is you don't know, like then leave it blank. But we ask certain questions because oftentimes, because we listen to what they say when you're in a relationship, and then we justify their behavior and actions based on what they have said. So because it's real for them, but you allow it to impact your relationship, which is the problem. Okay, so we ask you, what is everything SP told you about past relationships? And the reason for that is because let's say your SP has told you about how they have they've been cheated on numerous times in the past. They have trust issues, this, that, and the fucking third, so because of that, you feel like you're Captain Save a Chick and you're justifying her behavior. Like, well, I know she has trust issues because, she's been hurt numerous times in the past, so I know she suffers. I hear this all the fucking time. Is I know that they suffer from PTSD or they have a lot of past trauma. So you end up justifying the things that they're doing, their behavior in your relationship based on what they told you about their past. And it's true for them, but it doesn't need to impact your relationship. Okay. So like my boyfriend told me before, I'm just not, yeah, that's right. Captain Save a Ho. Like my boyfriend told me before, like, I'm just not an affectionate person. He's like, my family's not an affectionate family. My dad's not affectionate. My mom's not affectionate. We're just not an affectionate family. And I was like, oh, okay. And here I was like, what the fuck's that got to do with me? That ain't got shit to do with me. He shows me nothing but affection. Yep, he is the most affectionate man in the world when it comes to me. And he is. Because I don't let it impact our relationship based on what he said, okay, about his past. So oftentimes, though, most people do. Most people do. And so it's like, oh, he's allowed to be distant and avoidant and pull away and run away when things get tough and shut down because he has PTSD? Does he act that way to everyone? Oh. That's because they don't let it impact. They sympathize for it, but they don't sit there and look at their friend like, well, he suffers from PTSD, so we can hang out. You know what I'm saying? So because of that becomes why they treat you, why it impacts your relationship with them, but it does not impact their friendships with people, anybody else. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. That's why we elicit that information from you. Okay, because then we need to change that. And you have to look at it this way. It's actually, when we do that, it's not just you. When we do that, this is not just about you, right? Good, Nakia. Okay, although if you call me or ask one more goddamn fucking time, bitch, it's SP, bitch. SP. That's right. She said her SP said that, and now he's so lovey-dovey because she made him that way. That's right. Can you hear it, James? It's very intense. It's very fucking intense. Okay. And so that's what you have to remember. Okay. So this is where, and the reason why this is important too is because it's not just for you and your SP, right? But when we know these things about things that they've gone through in the past, we weave that into the story. So it actually changes their story too. Because remember, they're in your reality. So it also changes their story. Okay. Where they've healed from their past, that their past no longer impacts their future today, no longer impacts them today, things like that. So therefore it heals them too. You know what I mean? That's the good work. That's us doing the good work. Bernadette. What's the triad again, Jen? Affirmation and inner combo, self-concept. Nope. What is the last? Is it change the story? Okay. I don't even know how you have time for all that shit, Ren. But you're gonna do the same thing you've been doing with SP, the main one, and Ren has 5. Okay, you're gonna do the same thing you've been doing with SP number 1. You're gonna stop freaking and you're gonna pop it into SP number 2. Oh yeah. So you want to know the 4-step formula for manifesting your SP back is very simple. It is you have to be on the pedestal. That's our next intensive coming up. So you need is how to get yourself on that pedestal, how to keep yourself there, which accelerates manifesting your SP back. Okay. But people just say you have to put yourself on the pedestal. They don't say how to actually fucking do that shit. And on top of that, even if they do, it's all self-concept work. I teach you how to bypass all that shit. Okay. And it accelerates your progress with your SP because I teach you how to do it from a different perspective, not self-concept. Yes, it's making everything about you, but not self-concept. Okay. And then the second thing is how you see them. Change the story of how you see your SP. How do you choose to see them, right? As the version of them that they were for you. Okay. When people book one-on-one coaching calls with me, we recreate your SP. Okay. Where it's like, we take the good things that you love, but you also learned a lot of things. Okay. And so we completely recreate your SP on the spot. So that's totally different. For the general masses, though, I have to tell you how to do it generally. So it's how you see them. So just go back to the version of them that in the beginning of your relationship that was perfect for you. And then the third thing that you do are affirmations, but the only reason why you're affirming is to distract your thoughts. Okay. Is to distract your mind. And so but you have to create the repetition so it gets in the subconscious mind. So sometimes that could take a little bit of time because you have to create the repetition. Repeat, robotically affirm until it gets in the subconscious mind. Right. But the main thing that's more important than affirmations is inner conversations. Because it goes directly into the subconscious mind because it's something that you're saying that technically is an affirmation, but not scripted. So you're saying it in a way that's natural to you, which is how you've been manifesting your entire life. Okay. You've been manifesting your entire life because you've only said things that were natural to you, right? Like you weren't like, it's like if you were to talk to 10 people and tell them how your day went, you're not like, please hold. Well, first, I woke up today and I did, you know what I'm saying? You're not reading a fucking script when you're talking to 10 fucking people about how your day went. This is why I don't script videos. This is why I don't script my speeches, even though all speaker coaches tell you need a script. I don't script a goddamn thing. All I have are like Couple bullet points. No two speeches will be the same. Unless I say it. But I don't script anything, because the minute you script, this is why robotic affirming takes a little bit of it takes the repetition, because you suck out all personality. There's no tonality when you affirm, because it's scripted. You're literally reading off a script. And so it takes out the personality, which is why when I would coach my entrepreneur clients, I said the worst fucking thing you can do in business is script your videos. If you know your content, what the fuck do you need to script for? You know what I'm saying? That sounds fucking stupid. There's that part. And so, but that's how they get you. That's how they get you in the entrepreneur world. Hold on. Oh, and guess what, fellas? We're going to have a masterclass that's going to come out just for the fellas. Just for the gentlemen. Because it's a little bit of a different concept when it comes to gentlemen, but it's not only because I teach you how to leverage what we know about women. So that's very important, because when you have your inner conversations, but the key is your affirmations and inner conversations must be in alignment. And the inner conversations that are running on auto fucking pilot every day are based on your 3D, which is not in alignment with what you're affirming for, which is why you need to discipline yourself and let snaps to Princess Peach, which is why you need to discipline your fucking self and make sure that your inner conversations are controlling the 3D, not based on the 3D. So I'm saying, so when you put yourself, so you combine, because again, it's less effort, okay? Who the fuck is trying to do a shit ton of stuff, right? So that's where I teach you that how to put yourself on this pedestal. How do we kill all the stones how do we kill all birds with one goddamn fucking stone? You know, we trying to do all this fucking work. You know, we trying to do all this shit, okay? So it's like, that's where, when it comes to self-concept, I hate that the manifestation community is trying to turn this whole thing into being like, for SP specifically, is trying to turn this whole thing into a self-concept fucking thing. It's the stupidest thing in the fucking world. Because it's got nothing to do with your self-concept. Okay? Yes, does it have to do with how you see yourself? Yeah. But what are you going to sit there and go around every day and robotically affirm that you are worthy and I am great and I am amazing and I am this and I'm fucking that and I am this and I am that? Or can you put yourself on the pedestal while also improving self-concept at the same time? Yes. While also leveraging inner conversations to keep you on the pedestal. Yes. That's what I teach. So, you heard it here first, bitches, and I promise you, unless they're parroting my fucking content, you won't hear it anywhere else. I'll tell you that. That's a goddamn fucking fact. I'll take that shit to the bank. Baby! Because, you know what? Because I just make shit up around here. So what happens when he talks to his cousin? Oh, Nikki, okay. Jackie, what can you do to get your SP to open up to you without him being scared? Well, for one, stop using that as an excuse. Okay? You're justifying him not opening up to you to... Okay, so a lot of times, okay, here's why people justify. Okay? Excuse me. I'm coming up with the content here. Okay. So oftentimes you tend to justify their behavior, their actions, their lack thereof, actions. But the only reason why you do it is because you think it's protecting your feelings. Okay? You think it's helping you. You think it's protecting your feelings. But at the end of the day, it's not. It's not. You still don't feel good. You know what I mean? You still don't feel good about it. So it's not protecting your feelings at all. So you need to stop justifying. So you're saying without, how do you get him to open up without him being scared? No. Stop identifying him as being scared. Stop telling yourself that fucking story, because that's an inner conversation, right? It's a justification, an excuse you're making for him not opening up to you. Instead, you want to flip it and be like, no, he's constantly telling me about how he feels. Like he only tells me everything I want to hear. He's constantly telling me about how he feels about me. I know exactly how he feels about me, and he's not afraid to tell me. See what I'm saying? So it flips it. Ooh, Shayna, I like that one. She says, I affirm SP's past showed him what love wasn't. I show him what love is. That's a good ass one. That's a good one. Actually. The digital chick. My SP doesn't text me unless I text him first. Not anymore, bitch. Not any fucking more, bitch. Nope. He texts me all the time. He texts me every single day. He is like, he can't stop talking to me. He loves talking to me every day. In fact, he texts me good morning every single day. There's your texting first we'll start with the good morning. Okay. Tell yourself these things. You'll notice how, if I was to say the affirmations, right? It's like, he's always calling and texting me, right? That type of shit. But when I talk to you guys, right, it's the same thing, but it's an inner conversation. It's delivered differently. So if I was affirming, saying he's always calling and texting me, but you want him to text you first, it's like, no, he talks to me all the damn time. Like, he literally can't stop talking to me. He texts me good morning every single fucking day. See what I'm saying? That's more of a conversational format. Tonality. Natural. Not scripted. Not scripted at all. I fucking hate leaf blowers. Go ahead, go to baby love. Let's chatty chat. What does the concept of seeing him a certain way confuse me so much? I might be overcomplicating it. You are overcomplicating it, Tyrese, because when we talked, I literally recreated your SP with you. Do you not have that shit? If you don't, I think we might have talked before I jumped over to Zoom. So if you don't have, well, you should have your story. So it's how you see them, right? A certain way is, how did you see him back then? If I'd ask you right now to just recall, right? Hold your questions, because we're going to do the phono method, actually. So Tyrese, if I was to ask you right now, just recall, just for 1 second, go back, right? Like I tell you guys to do every fucking day, is go back right now and just recall when things were great in your relationship. How did you see him? How did you see him? Did you see him as the type that would block you, not want to talk to you, not want to be with you? Or did you see him as the person who was your first for everything, that was proud to be with you, that loved you? Which version of him did you see? That's how you see him. That's how you see him, as the version of him where you didn't question anything. Typically, it's in the beginning. You're all smitten. So think about the time when they showed up, right? Think about his coming out. How did you see him? Because you guys shared a lot of firsts together. I told you, people don't just forget about it. People don't forget that shit. People remember their first freaking time they ever had sex, and they're like 80. It doesn't fucking matter. They still remember who it was. Okay? That shit doesn't go away. People remember their first of everything. Okay? So, but how did you see him? Not what he said to you. You can remember the positive things that they said to you, right? About how he told you how he felt, all that shit. You can remember all of that. But how did you see him? As a person. Funny, where the hell you been, other than in your fucking head? That's right. It's all about working smarter, not harder. Who the fuck? You don't need a new self-concept. No, Leanne. You would think he is. He's playing a video game. He's playing a video game. The World Cup doesn't start for another 2.5 hours. But he's on with he games with his cousin. So they got like the earbuds in, you know what I'm saying? So they're completely not self-aware of how loud they actually are. I mean, they're playing soccer. Snaps for Marcia. I was going to say Marcel. Snaps for Marcia. What up, girlfriend? And I'm so glad. She says, hasn't watched in a while because her and her SP are fucking Gucci. That's how this works. And she's going to keep it going. Because that's what we do around here. That's what we do around here. Well, yeah. Oh, Cheryl, here we go. Where in my description am I alluding to this shit? Cheryl says, will I go to the hospital? Will I have to go to the hospital because of my ankle? No? No. I see you really having a speedy recovery. Where in my description is it alluding to this shit? But you guys think I'm playing. If you guys see me pop up on a Wednesday at like 4 o'clock or 1 o'clock, right after my current live, I'm gonna end and go to another live. It's gonna be the whole shebang. It's like a greetings with Jen. Josu, do they feel our affirmations the moment we start affirming in a session? No. Okay, no. When you're affirming, last question, then we'll get into it. No. When you're affirming, they're not feeling something. Okay, they're not feeling something. So it's not like when you're like, he is so obsessed with me, I'm all he ever thinks about. He's always calling and texting me. He's constantly spending time with me. He'll do anything to be with me right now, right? Let's say those are your core affirmations. They're not feeling anything. What they do is get the idea. Okay, so it's like they start to think about you, right? They start to think about you. They start to want to talk to you. They start to look at you differently. Things like that. Which is why when somebody asked if my boyfriend would come out here and give how he felt when I was manifesting him, I said, well, no, I'll tell you that for a fact. But two, it'll be the most boring interview you'd ever fucking see in your entire life. Because all he's going to say is the same thing that fucking Sam Angram's boyfriend said. And it was like the longest interview ever and the most boring video. Because he just kept saying the same thing. I was like, how many different ways you want to ask him the same goddamn fucking question? And it was basically, at the end of the inevitable conclusion was, it was his idea. Right? And this whole thing was how he felt when getting her a fucking Starbucks drink. Huh? Yeah. Did I watch it? I clicked off about halfway through because I was like, this is so fucking stupid. And it's all about getting a Starbucks goddamn drink. But it's their idea. That's how it is. That's why when people try to, so like when people, let's say people know what you're doing, right? And they were to tell your SP, like my boyfriend, right? Is, he knows what I do, okay? And so somebody tried to, like intervene, if you will. Not intervene, but I don't even know the fucking right word. Former gutter trash was trying to tell him what I was doing. Like, as if it was like this. I don't fucking know. But anyway, he would debate it with her. Because he's like, it's my fucking choice, right? It's my decision. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? And so, which is why I said, everyone has free will in your reality. Because it's still their choice. It's still their decision. You're just guiding it with your thoughts. You're just in control of your thoughts. There's a difference. Okay? Which is where people can't manifest against you. People cannot manifest against you. Even if they tried. They couldn't do it. So, that's right. By the red candle, baby. James, did you see that? I told you we have to follow up because we got our first red candle offer. She wants to know how much for the red candle. Lucid dreaming. Sure. However, in the meantime, this bitch got to go to the bathroom. Shit. God, for fucking music. This is what happens though when they're happy, you know what I'm saying? When they're happy, they're full of laughters. I know, Nadine. She can't tell you anything Sammy cannot tell you anything she's fucking manifested other than a house. Which was her parents' house. Her mom's house. I guess. And then she goes into manifesting money and business success, which she bought and paid for. So there's that part. Okay. That's right, baby. That's right. I like the red candle. I like the red candle spell. Alrighty. Leanne, why would she be yelling at your ass? All right, get a nice, comfy fucking space. Get in a nice, comfy space. If you are new here, obviously, I am your manifestation bestie, where I teach you how to leverage the law of assumption and everything else to work in your fucking favor. I go live every day at 10 o'clock Pacific time. If you ever miss a live, you can always catch it on the tube of the U. And while you're there, subscribe. Watch the replays. But please, implement that shit. How about that? Okay? How about that? He loves to feed the squirrels. Okay. Oh yeah. I manifested my boyfriend from no contact to living with me in only 4 weeks. I managed to cut that time in fucking half. You'd actually do what I say. So if you're interested in having me manifest your SP for you, or you want to work with me one-on-one to figure out where you're going wrong, so you can get your shit right, all links are in my bio or description if they're on fucking YouTube. Okay? We've got guided meditations, hypnosis audios, a WhatsApp group, which you should join. It's everything we offer is on the cheap. Okay? We have SP stories, self-concept stories, gutter trash stories, paired with a song that's amazing, by the way. We can also do rampages for you, inner conversations, all that shit, because we're trying to make it as easy as possible for you to get your shit, Okay? I am the low price leader in the coaching space. I refuse to raise my prices because I want to help as many people as possible get their shit. Because we teach the law of get your shit around here. Do I need to say it again? All right. Now, I should get busy while my boyfriend's in the garage. I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to take some deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. I want you just to relax. For a couple minutes, just relax. Forget about everything for a moment. Let the troubles, your worries, your doubts, your fears, let them go for just a minute. And just be present in the now. Because right now, while doing this, your SP will think about you. I want you to imagine that you're in a giant amphitheater. It's dark outside. There's no one there but you. And you're sitting in the middle of this amphitheater, and in front of you, there's a giant stage. And on this stage, there's a single stage light that runs from the ceiling of the stage, down to the center of the stage. Now, I want you to focus your attention on that stage light for just a moment. And as you look into that stage light, you start to realize that you're actually not alone. You start to notice that off in the distance, in the back of the stage, out of the light, a dark, shadowy figure. And as you adjust your focus to the dark, shadowy figure, you start to realize that that person is actually your SP. Now, I want you to say your SP's name, and I want you to ask them to come to the center of the stage and into the light. Do that now. And as your SP begins to walk into the light, into the center of the stage, you start to notice their facial features, their physical features, and you also notice a gold cord that runs from the center of your third eye directly into their third eye. Now, I want you to look at your SP, and I want you to ask your SP these two questions, and I want you to hear them respond. You should ask your SP right now. Do you support me? Hear them tell you, yes. Now ask your SP, do you love me? Also, hear them tell you, yes. Now I want you to look at your SP right in their eyes, and I want you to say these 4 phrases. This time they're not going to respond, and that's okay. I want you to look at your SP right now, and I want you to tell your SP, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Now I want you to reach up with your hands as if it's a pair of scissors. And I want you to cut the gold cord that runs directly from your third eye only, leaving the gold cord intact with your SP's third eye. And as the gold cord begins to fall to the floor, I want you to reach up with your other hand, and I want you to pull the roots of that gold cord out of your third eye and just toss them aside. And as the gold cord continues to fall to the floor, your SP starts to float away like a giant balloon. And they get farther and farther. And they get smaller and smaller. And they get farther and farther. And they get smaller and smaller. And they get farther and farther. And they get smaller and smaller. And farther and smaller. Until they just disappear. Now take another deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. And just open your eyes. Alrighty. Does anyone find it exhausting when you watch, on a side note, when you watch Law of Attraction videos and they tell you like breathe in through your nose for what the fuck, 3 seconds and then breathe out for 7, and I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, the fuck, how, what's the science between the 7-second breath? Yes, you are like you're trying to force yourself to continue to breathe. Oh man, just saying. All right. So your SP is now thinking about you. I did this with an ex that I hadn't talked to in 8 years, and within 72 hours, they contacted me. I've had numerous people do this, okay? Yeah, I know. And I'm like, I've had numerous people do this and get contact from their SPs very shortly after. So it happens to you. I don't know. Andy, do you want your SP back? So they will think about you, though. That's a fucking fact. Okay. But this time when they think about you, it's fresh energy. So you can do this with anybody in your life. You can also do this with family members, exes from your past, any of that stuff. No, you're not doing it because you want to get back together with them. You're just cleansing the energy because, as you all know, we're all connected by energy. So anyone you've ever came into contact with, your life is still attached to your energy. So we want to clean that energy. So it's fresh energy. So like me and my daughter, you're not cutting them out of her life because clearly she's still fucking here. You know what I mean? I do this with my boyfriend because you want fresh energy, something new. You know what I'm saying? So that's how this works. Okay? So now let's get you some fucking contact. Absolutely. There's somebody that did it like 3 or 4 times in a day, and she did it like for a couple days, and she's like, he contacted me within 20. I think she said she did like 4 times, and within 20 minutes he contacted her. Look at Shayna. SP just texted her. Why wouldn't he? This is how this works, okay? The energy is they always feel something different when this happens. So this is where I want you to do this. And you can start with, what I would suggest is you start with those toxic people in your life, okay? The ones currently actively, in your life, okay? But the ones, well, welcome. I am Sylvia. You will love it here. Here, I never tell you what you want to hear. I always tell you what you need to hear. And I will kick your fucking ass when you get out of line and bitch and moan at you if I have to. We're like family around here, but that's how I get you results. You know what I'm saying? That's how I get you results. Okay? We're besties after all. So stick around. You'll learn a couple things. All right, so, and I only give realistic advice. I don't give advice that doesn't fucking work. That's stupid, and I will never in life, I will never be caught dead parroting information I got off a fucking YouTube video. And definitely not a TikTok video. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful on these streets. Just saying. You gotta be careful on what you're listening to on these streets. All right. So, now, let's get you some contact. Okay? So, pull your SP's photos out. Get your SP's photos out right goddamn now. Okay? And while you're doing that, you need to understand, I walked you already through what caused your breakup. Okay? So now, I'm going to walk you through how to get contact. Okay. The reality is you need to go back to the version of you and you need to reconnect with yourself. Who the fuck were you? You had a confidence about you. You weren't chasing. You weren't chasing. You weren't desperate to be with your SP. None of that shit. Didn't even know him. So you were just living and vibing through life, right? Going through life, hanging out, living your best ass life. And then you met your SP. But you had a confidence about you and a surety about you. You knew who the hell you were. And so because you knew who the fuck you were, guess what? So did your SP. They were attracted to you. That's the person, that's the version of you in the beginning of your relationship. They were attracted to, they pursued, they chased, they wanted to be with, they wanted to talk to all the time. They were constantly wanting to spend time with you. They wanted you to, well, thanks. They wanted you to, they caught feelings for you. That version of you is who they wanted to be in a relationship with. That version of who you were is who they felt in love with. So you must become that version of you again, the confident, the secure version, the person that doesn't need validation from somebody on who the hell they are. They know who they are. You need to become that person again, but the evolved version. Now, I want you to step into that persona like it's like mama's back, papa's back with a brand new fucking bang, bitch. You know what I'm saying? So I want you to step into that person again because that's who gets chased. That's who gets pursued. Okay, now I want you to now move forward in your relationship. And I want you, Now I want you to remember a time in your relationship when everything with you and SP was perfect. That time in your relationship where you didn't question anything. You weren't walking around wondering if you were going to hear from them that day, how they felt about you, if they were going to call you today, if you were going to see them this weekend. You weren't doing none of that shit. You just knew. You just knew. You knew exactly how they felt about you. You knew that you would hear from them today. They talk to you every day. Why wouldn't they? Right? You knew that you were going to see them this weekend. You knew how they felt about you. You knew they cared about you. You knew that they wanted to be with you. That version of your SP is also who you fell in love with. So in order for you and your SP to come back together, stronger than ever before, you must go back to the version of who you were when you first met your SP, but the evolved version that's going to do things differently this time, and then select the version of your SP that you want and expect them to be for you, the one that they were before. Forget who they were 30 seconds ago. That's not them anymore. Who they are from this point forward, the only versions that exist are your perfect boyfriend, perfect girlfriend, perfect husband, perfect wife, and the version of you, perfect, confident, secure within themselves. You shouldn't question you because you're, as last time I fucking checked, unless you're manifesting a brand new SP, they were already yours. You're already with them. So clearly, you're enough for them. Clearly, they're attracted to you. Clearly, they liked you, right? Clearly, they fell in love with you. Clearly, they liked your personality. You were chosen by them. You were worthy of their love and their attention. So knock the stupid shit off. Knock it all off. They've already shown you all of that. Why would you question it now? Why would you question it now? Unless you went and got a whole fucking different appearance change for the worse, why on earth would you question if they wanted to be with you? You were with them before. You were obviously good enough. Okay? You were obviously good enough. You were obviously beautiful. You were obviously everything they ever wanted, because what the fuck, they were with you. Duh. So get over that shit. Get over the bullshit. Because the reality is your SP has thought about you often, very often. No contact doesn't exist. Okay, sure. Maybe you're in no contact. Fuck what he said, Edda. Maybe I'll explain that after the break. Maybe you're in no contact in the 3D. But That sounds like the stupidest shit in the world. Maybe you're no contact in the 3D, but you've been in contact the entire time. The entire time. Every time you think about them, they think about you. Every time they think about you, you think about them. That's how this fucking works. That's how this works. Because thought transmission goes both fucking directions. Goes both directions. People can only feel how you think they feel about you. How you feel they think about you. It's not difficult to go from a situationship into a relationship. It's actually quite simple. Okay. If you assume that they don't like you, don't want to be, because either way it goes, you're expecting something from them. You're assuming something about your SP. So either you're assuming that they don't want to talk to you, they don't want to be with you, they want nothing to do with you, they don't love you, they don't care about you, and they're over that shit, or you're going to start expecting that they think about me all the goddamn time. They absolutely miss me. They think I'm perfect. They can't stop thinking about how much they miss me and want to be with me. They're going to call me. They're going to text me. They can't not. Of course they want to be with me. Of course they still love me. What's your pleasure? Because either way it goes, you're right. What do you want to be right about? Because right now your 3D is reflecting, your 3D is exactly how the fuck you want it to be. And don't tell me otherwise. Because your 3D is only indicative on your thoughts and how you see things and what you're telling yourself all the fucking time. So the more you keep acknowledging everything in your 3D that you don't like, guess where it's going? Not a goddamn place. It's going to stay right there. Right there. Stick around, lucky girl. Okay, we'll get into all of this. And I'm going to fucking bitch at you because I got to hold you through the weekend, okay? When we get back from this exercise, okay? So don't fucking go anywhere, but I do have to go to the ladies' room. Now, if you are new here, I want you to put on your fucking crown. If you are not new here, I'm going to need you to straighten your shit, and I'm going to need you to do it now. Don't worry, I'll wait. Because here, we get what we want, and we get it when we want it. We don't wait for shit. We don't wait for anything. Okay? We get what we want. When queens and kings give a command, do they sit there and wonder, worry, doubt, check, to see if their command will be fulfilled? No. When queens and kings give a command, there's nothing to fucking check. There's nothing to doubt. There's nothing to worry, nothing to fear. They just know. Why? Because they gave the command. So I gave the command, so it must be fulfilled. That's all I gotta fucking know. That's all I need to know. So, get a grip. Now, you have your SP's photos out. So, if you're in no contact, and no, I don't give a fuck about the circumstance. If you're in no contact with your SP, or you are in contact with your SP, but it is not specific contact, you're going to tell them to contact you. Your contact, you can say contacting, calling, texting. It doesn't matter. Okay? However they would naturally reach out to you is exactly how they're going to reach out to you. Don't worry about who gives a shit. Okay? If you're alone, say it out loud. Say it with some backbone, a little bit of authority. You know, like Queen of Hearts energy. That's how it should be. Like The Rock, if you're a fella, okay? How the fuck would they say? Would they be like, you're going to call me right now? No, motherfucker. Excuse me. I'm going to need you to call me right now. You're not manifesting from energy. Well, I mean, you are, but not positive. You don't need to be high vibe, if that's what you're asking. But I'll tell you how long it takes. Instant. I'll tell you how to do it too. A couple different ways after this. Okay, so, but we don't want to create assumptions that don't benefit us. So the last thing you want to do is think emotions or high vibe. You need to be in a manifest. Because who the fuck is high vibe about being broke? And who the fuck is high vibe about not being with their SP? Not me. Not me. Know what I'm saying? All right. So, thanks, Sarah. So you're going to tell them to contact you. So you're going to say, you're contacting me right now You're contacting me right now. You know you want to contact me right now. You're contacting me right now. You know you want to contact me right now. What do you want them to know? And you're contacting me right now. Period. If you're not alone, say it in your mind so you don't look like a fucking wacko, okay? Now, if you are in consistent contact with your SP and you are long distance with your SP, then you're going to look at them and you're going to tell that they're going to tell you everything you want to hear. You're calling me right now and you're going to tell me everything I want to hear. You are contacting me right now and you're going to tell me everything I want to hear. Okay? Now, if you are in consistent contact and not long distance, then you are going to tell them you have options. You can say they're contacting me right now, or you can say, you're coming to see me today. You know you want to come see me today. You are coming to see me today. You know you want to come see me today. Authoritarian. Get frustrated with them. Get upset. Because its tonality makes up most communication. Remember that. That's what goes into your subconscious mind, and it bypasses the repetition. Okay? Affirming, there's no tonality. It's robotic. When you get angry with them, when you get frustrated and you channel that energy into the tonality of how you're saying it, it goes directly into the subconscious mind. Okay? And when you say you know, it flips to I know in their mind. That's how this works. Okay? So now if you're in any of the ships, friendship, situationship, relationship, marriageship, any of that shit, then you have options. You can say one of the first two, or you can say, or you can have fun with that shit. If you could be like, you're bringing me dinner tonight. You know you want to bring me dinner tonight. You're buying me flowers today. You know you want to buy me flowers today. You're giving me sexy time tonight. You know you want to give me sexy time tonight. You're cooking me dinner tonight. You know you want to cook me dinner tonight. You're giving me a massage tonight. You know you want to give me a massage tonight. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Okay? Okay. Now, like I said, say it with some fucking goddamn conviction. Okay? Getting frustrated and angry, it's great to leverage in the tonality, because it's kind of like when your kid pisses you off, right? When your kid pisses you off, you're like, who the fuck? Right? You told them to do something 20 times, you're like, look. Then what do? Do it, right? You always know when your parents are upset. And the minute they get upset, they're like, then they get it done. So channel it. So instead of being angry and being like, look, you motherfucking bitch, this, that, and fucking third, right? Instead of doing that like you've been doing in your relationship, you channel that anger to get exactly what the fuck you want. No, it can be in your mind. It's all vibes. It can be in your mind. It doesn't matter, right? I did this, well, I do it all the time, but I did this before when I wanted my boyfriend to do something and I was upset. I was frustrated. It takes a lot to get me upset, but I was frustrated. Within 20 minutes, it was done. Because I channeled my frustration to get what the fuck I want. So same with you. All right. So listen to our beautiful song that we play around here that was made by the lovely MKD for us. Okay. This is our admin song, our team song. Okay. Listen to it. I love all of you. Give your commands. And stick around, because I'm going to answer the questions that were here. And then I'm going to also, probably bitch at you, in case you knew. I'm definitely going to bitch at you today. Okay? Because I need you to get a grip, because I know a lot of you guys falter on the weekends. Okay? Weekends tend to be a little bit more challenging. And the only reason for that is because you're busy during the week. And on the weekends, you're not so busy. But you're still busy in your fucking thoughts. Okay? Okay. That's right. When they call you by your government name, Rob, you already know you're in trouble. All right. Now, give your commands and expect them to contact you.
Some people build a business. She chose to build belief. She saw a crown and broken souls long before they could see. She reminds the world each morning, the pen is in your hand. Stop living by your circumstances. Stop becoming who you plan. Different hearts, different gifts. One mission brought them here. Four hearts, one purpose, one fire, one bright enough to change the day. Beauty wrapped in brilliant wisdom, always knowing what to say. Patient through 1,000 questions, never rushing, always kind, turning fear into direction, leaving no one left behind. Different stories, different roads, one mission keeps them here. Four hearts, one purpose, one fire, one dream, changing lives, one soul at a time. One voice becomes another, then another, until the whole room starts believing. One tells the truth without apology, tiny frame but standing tall, guardian of every heartbeat, always answering the call. Covered stories written in ink, cats asleep beside her chair, loving hard, protecting hard, showing everyone she cares. She'll fight for every family, she'll fight for what is right, and if the room forgets its manners, she'll set the whole thing right. Different voices, different strength, one mission brought them here. Four hearts, one purpose, one fire, one dream, changing lives, one soul at a time. One voice becomes another, then another, until the whole room starts believing. One writes between old pages and hoofbeats before dawn, turning thoughts into melodies until new dreams are born. Finding beauty inside words, painting futures into art, building songs and endless visions straight from philosophy and heart. Always searching for the answer, always helping people see the strongest stories ever written begin with possibility. When the whole world falls asleep, you'll still find four lights on. One more message, one more song, one more design, one more call. Because somewhere, someone's waiting to remember who they really are. Four hearts, one purpose, one fire, one dream, building futures, one soul at a time. Stand back up, lift your head, the story isn't finished yet. The power never left, it was always inside you. Four different women, one common dream, one extraordinary family. Some people build a business, she chose to build belief. She saw a crown and broken souls long before they could see. She reminds the world each morning, the pen is in your hand. Stop living by your circumstances, stop becoming who you plan. Different hearts, different gifts, one mission brought them here. Four hearts, one purpose, one starts believing. One laughs like Welsh sunshine, bright enough to change the day. Beauty wrapped in brilliant wisdom, always knowing what to say. Patient through 1,000 questions, never rushing, always kind, turning fear into direction, leaving no one left behind. Different stories, different roads, one mission keeps them here. Four hearts, one purpose, one fire, one dream, changing lives, one soul at a time. One voice becomes another, then another, until the whole room starts believing. One tells the truth without apology, tiny frame but standing tall, guardian of every heartbeat, always answering the call. Covered story.
Okay. Kirsty, isn't it an amazing song? I love that shit. Sorry, I got hungry, bitch. I got hungry. Because the stomach doesn't wait for anybody. Okay. Salt Vibes Holistic Wellness. What exactly did your SP, because this is all very important for you guys, because they've already given you the leverage, okay? What exactly did your SP say at the time of breakup? Because why would you want to tell yourself and create the assumption that they don't want contact for a long time? What the fuck? Here's when they're going to want contact. When you decide a long time is fucking done. Okay? You have to decide when it's done. Then it'll be done. Okay? Now, the quickest way to shift your energy, which is what our next intensive is about, because it's we're going to go in depth with it, and I'm going to give you guys a lot of examples, and we're going to go into this, and you guys are going to be fucking rock stars by the time you come out of it. And no, it's not going to be 7 days, but it doesn't need to be. But you guys are going to be unstoppable when you're going to come out of this, okay? And I'm running my team through it. So, the key is to make everything about you. Okay? When you get in your own head and you're thinking, he doesn't think about me, he's moved on, he needs space, he just doesn't want to, he doesn't give me any attention, like, you know, this, that, and the fucking third, and you're all in your fucking mind, things change. You're right. Either way, you're going to be right. So instead, if you know that this is how the subconscious mind works, right? The subconscious mind has two fucking jobs, and that is one, to take you at your word. Two, well, I guess that's three jobs. One is to take you at your word. Two is to prove you right. And three is to push out what you know. That's why we tell ourselves what we know. Okay? So this is where you boost yourself up, and you're like, I know he's fucking thinking about me right now. He thinks about nothing but me. Why wouldn't he? You see he's on WhatsApp. I don't care if you haven't talked to this man for 5 months. It doesn't fucking matter. You see him on WhatsApp, you're like, come on WhatsApp, trying to see if I'm on WhatsApp. Tell yourself whatever the fuck you want. Like, let's say you're on social media and you're viewing the people who viewed your stories. Let's say there's a profile that you don't recognize. Well, now that's your SP. You're like, look at him looking at my stories. He looks at my stories all the goddamn fucking time. He literally looks at my stories all the time. So, like I was telling the members of my 7-day intensive that's going on right now, is I did all this, okay? This is what managed to cut the time in half. I did all this stuff, and I was proven 100% right on everything I said. everything I said. Even though there were no hard facts in my 3D, it didn't fucking matter. It didn't matter. Is I stopped listening to all the noise and I said, okay, look, okay. I had one goal. Even now, this is like a way of living for you. Let's just look at it that way. You should have one goal in mind every day. To make yourself feel better. Not hurt your feelings. That should be your main goal. That should be your main objective every day, is to not hurt my feelings, to make myself feel better. So I don't mean making yourself feel better by the feel good, juice, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, make yourself feel better by tooting your own fucking horn. Like literally raving about everything when it comes to you and your SP. It's all about you. Like, I know he's talking to everybody about me right now. I know he's talking to his friends right now about how he misses me and wants to be with me so much because he just loves me. And I know his friends are telling him how he fucked up and that he's never going to meet anyone like me. And he knows that shit. And so, and we need to get back together. Yep, absolutely. Or, what's the alternative? Okay. And that's how you have to look at it. What the fuck is the alternative? What am I going to sit there and be like, he never thinks about me. No, he's completely moved on now. And he just doesn't want to talk to me. So when I originally manifested my boyfriend back in steps, right? Okay. When I originally manifested my boyfriend in 4 weeks, it was in steps. Okay. Which is why I can teach you. This is why people get results when they work with me, right? Or they come across my live, because I live this shit, okay? So it's like, I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm this master ass. I mean, I'm a master at manifesting, but I'm not this master ass bitch that has no problems and never has one negative thought ever in their mind, and just nothing negative ever happens in my fucking life. That's stupid. That's stupid. And if anyone acts like that shit, they're lying to themselves. But what I can do, which is what I teach you how to do, is to learn from my mistakes along my journey, right? So that's where I tell you guys, manifesting your SP back is half the battle, but you have to keep them. They don't teach you that, do they? They just teach you to manifest your SP back. Okay, cool. But you want to keep them. And so that's where I come into play. Okay. Where I don't teach you just how to manifest your SP back. I teach you how to keep them. Okay. Because I've learned along the way. I've dealt with gutter trash. I've dealt with my 3D. You guys just make shit up in your 3D. You guys go digging for shit in your 3D. I didn't have to go digging for shit. He lived one building away from me. What the fuck was there to go dig? But it's just my personality is I don't give a fuck. Call it what you want. I have a strong self-concept. Some people might call it an ego, conceited. I don't give a fuck what you call it. It's called confidence. All of those terms are called confidence. So I would do things in my 3D, not forcing the 3D. I would not do that, but I would purposely put I didn't avoid. I wasn't going to run away like a scared little bitch. You know what I'm saying? No, instead I leveraged. And that's where I didn't realize what I was doing at the time. Because again, I did not manifest my boyfriend because I was like, oh my God, let me turn this into a business. No, I wanted to be with my boyfriend. Like that's all this was, you know what I'm saying? So, and then I told a handful of people how to do it because I was so excited that I did it. They asked me how I did it. I told them how to do it. And within a week or two, they came back and said, holy shit, it worked. When nothing from Sammy Ingram, all these other fucking people worked for them. I said, well, I know that's because their comments are bought and paid for, and she doesn't even believe in her own shit, which we're not going to get started on that because if you've been with me for a while, you already know my thoughts on Sammy Ingram, okay? Which she follows me on TikTok, by the way. So, actually a lot of big names on the manifestation community follow me on TikTok. But I try to get you guys to realize where I went wrong. So I initially manifested my boyfriend back in steps. Did it work? Obviously. within 4 weeks. This was the first time I manifested on time crunch, the very last step of my manifestation of us living together. I declared the date. I was off by 5 minutes. And did I see how that was going to happen? No, but it didn't matter. It didn't fucking matter. I stayed the path, right? And so then I was like, okay, I did everything that I knew how to do. I leveraged the subconscious mind. I started thinking back. I said, I did a lot of leveraging. I leveraged everything that I knew. I'm that type of person that's like, teach me the core principles. I'll take it from here. That's how I am. So I'm like, okay, well, who in the hell decided what signs were? You know, in the law of attraction community, the top 10 signs. When you see an eagle, who the fuck is looking out their window and is like, oh my God, an eagle. I don't know where the hell you live, but I live in Southern California. So it ain't like you're walking around all day long and there's just eagles flying in the sky. Okay. If you see angel numbers, the 222, the 4, who the fuck decided that was who decided that was a thing? Who decided that? A person. Okay. Who decided what the hell signs were? People. So I was like, okay, cool. Well, then I'm going to create my own signs. So we have a squirrel infestation around here. So, which I love squirrels because I feed them. And my boyfriend's obsessed with feeding them too now. He thinks it's hilarious. But I was like, okay, well, every time I see a fucking squirrel, he's thinking about me right now. Every time I see what were my original signs? Every time I see a butterfly, because we used to have a lot of butterflies. Every time I see a butterfly, yep. Oh, of course he's thinking about me. And if I saw 2 butterflies together, oh, yep, that means we're getting back together. Abso-fucking-lutely. And then we had falcons. I think they're falcons. But we had falcons. And so then, every time I saw a falcon, look at him thinking about me. And then I saw 2 falcons. Yep. Oh, we're definitely getting back together. We are definitely getting back together because we had a big falcon thing at the pool. And so I would intentionally go to the pool because his balcony happened to be conveniently located at the pool. So I would go there to show his ass every fucking day what I was made of. But that's just my personality, right? So you can literally be like, anything is a goddamn sign, but give the sign a meaning. So it's like, yeah, every time I see a fucking bird, oh, look at him thinking about me. Yep, he's thinking about me right now. I know he's thinking about me. All I can do is think about me. Yep, there's my sign. Job done. Because the law of attraction community had me driving around like a fucking wacko, looking at license plate numbers and stuff, looking for the signs. Well, every time I fucking see a barbecue, there's my goddamn fucking sign. Every time I see a leaf, look at him thinking about me. Even now, I have certain signs for me and SP, but for me and my boyfriend, but I also created signs now for me and my clients. So it's like, well, for my clients, because I was like, well, if I can create a sign, why can't that be a sign? So I don't like the term delusional because, well, first of all, we'll state the obvious. If I was to ask you, what's your definition of delusional? What is your definition of delusional? Not real. Right? So this is where we have counter assumptions. Okay. This is where like I would tell my like entrepreneur clients this is, I said, you cannot be manifesting. I sign new clients every day. 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 But then in the same hot ass breath, you're like, but I suck at sales. Well, how the fuck does that work together? Especially if you have to take sales calls, right? How does that work? I was like, there are 2 counter assumptions. So while you're affirming for this, you're still telling yourself you suck at sales. Those 2 don't fucking go together, right? So you can't do that. So exactly, believing in something not real. Exactly. So I don't like the term delusional. So I don't believe that you should just be delusional. So this is why if you'll listen to what I tell you, I'm never telling you to be delusional. ever, because it's just not my vibe. So it's like, there's nothing for you to be like, this is where people will be like, just live in the end. Well, that requires you to be delusional. Okay, because you're in no contact and you're supposed to act like you're in a whole ass fucking relationship with this person. Well, that's delusional. You know what I'm saying? It's because you can't not react to the 3D showing you the opposite. So instead, I ask you to recall. Okay, so it's like, I don't need you to pretend. They've said shit to you in your relationship, right? I'm asking you to recall. So like when you go back, because they're like, old story, don't think about the old story. True for the negative shit, but you have to examine, because we have to be honest with ourselves. How do you change shit? So you do need to dip into old story. You absolutely should, because you need to select the version of your SP that you've experienced before, right? You're not being delusional. It's like, I'm not being delusional. I've experienced that shit before with my SB. There's nothing to be delusional about, right? Same with, they've told me certain things. They've told me how they felt about me. I don't give a shit if it was 10 years ago. They've told me how they felt about me. They've told me all the things they love in our relationship. That again is not being delusional. They've said it out their goddamn fucking mouth. Now, if they never said anything, thanks, Sabrina, if they never said anything out their mouth like that, then that's when you duct tape their fucking mouth. I'm not going to do that shit right now because Tyrese is a blackmailer. So that's when, if they've never told you things about how they feel about you, then that's when you duct tape their fucking mouth and it said, Tyrese, and it said, shut the fuck up, right? That's when you duct tape their whole ass mouth and then be like, what did their actions show me though, right? Their actions showed me this will always get you out of your fucking situationship, okay? Because you're listening to the fucking words coming out of their I just can't help myself. You're listening to the words coming out of their mouth when you should, because this is why you're in a situationship, because you're listening to what the fuck they're saying. But if you would duct tape their mouth, right? Well, what do their actions show you? Their actions speak relationship. That gets you out of the situationship. So that's all you have to know. That's all you have to know is so you're not making anything up. You're like, okay, if their words speak louder than their actions, great, I'll go off their words because this is what they've told me. So I'm recalling. I'm not making shit up. And there's no delusion there. And if their words did not speak louder than their actions, then I'm going to go off their actions. Fucking Tyrese. Goddamn Tyrese. So I'm going to go off their actions instead. And so, again, this is not being delusional. You're not making the shit up. Like, this is what they're showing you. I can see you, Tyrese, up in the fucking WhatsApp group. So there's no delusion there. See what I'm saying? No delusion involved. And so it's like, I'm not asking you to pretend you're in a relationship because I think that's trash ass advice. That's right. That's right, Tyrese. You started this whole shit, Tyrese. You started this whole fucking shit on WhatsApp yesterday. And I told Bevy, game on. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. Why I continue with you, Salt Vibes. I forgot to tell you, I need you guys to go on Bevy's page and I need you guys to go down her video rabbit hole and I need you to find the most ridiculous pic. I need you to take screenshots. Tyrese, you're on the case. Okay, you're on the case. I need you to take ridiculous screenshots of her and her video content and then we're going to turn her into stickers too. I told her, I said, she thought the shit was hilarious. I said, game on, bitch, game on. I play the petty game to win. What part of that was like, oh, fuck, she's here. She's fucking here. Now her profile's on private. I play the petty game to win. I play the petty game to win. And we were talking about that yesterday. She's like, oh, I said, I'm going to tell everybody to do it, Bevy, because I play the petty game to win. What part of that was unclear? So, she's all silent and fucking busy and lurking in the background. Lurking in the fucking background. That's how you always get them to come out to the light. take notes, guys. How do you get them to expose themselves? Because you talk about them. Then all of a sudden, here they come. Oh, Tyrese, don't be like poor Bevy. You started this shit. And Bevy's reaction is what amplified this shit. Like, she asked me about James's video today. She goes, did you say James's video? I was like, no. She's like, oh my God, it's hilarious. I was like, oh, I thought it was like a bunny video or some shit. And she's like, you're in it. I was like, I'm in it. I was like, well, now I'm going to go watch it. Yeah. She's lucky my tech savviness is not up to par. But anyway, as I digress, what the fuck was I saying? I was saying some shit. I was saying some shit. Did anyone know where I left off? Has anybody been following along? Where the fuck yeah, she's chillaxing on the job, but she fucking she's very much. Oh yeah, you did. I'm sure you did on my own expense. Oh, she's very much chillaxing. She slept till fucking 1. And now she's in the goddamn bath. I love her. Oh yeah. So you got their actions. There's no delusion involved. Thank you, Kirsty. There's no delusion involved, right? And so this is where when people are like, just live in the end, just decide. I was like, you're asking them again to be delusional, which that's not real for them. So it causes problems. This is why I don't teach unrealistic advice. So there's no delusion involved. Instead, I said, the only thing you need to live in the end of is knowing how the fuck this plays out. That's it. I don't need to live in the end and pretend right now that we're married when we're not even talking together. No. The only thing I need to live in the end of is relationship. We're going to get back together. That's all I need to know. All I need to know is we're getting back together. Period. That's all I need to know. I don't need to know anything else other than the ending of the first chapter of my goddamn fucking book. Together. I don't need to talk as if we're together right now. I don't need to do any of that. I just need to know we're getting back together. That's all I need to know. There's no delusion there. And then I'm going to protect my feelings at all cost. That's where y'all falter the most. It's easier for you to hurt your feelings than to protect them, which is bizarre, to be quite frank. So do you need to be in a high vibe? No, you don't. But the problem that you can't do is allow your emotions and your thoughts to align. Okay, so the way emotions are triggered is you have a thought that triggers the emotion. But now you let the emotion take over. Okay, so thought triggers emotion. Now the emotion takes over, which is what keeps you in the negative spiral, which is what keeps you feeling down and out in problem state, is nothing's going right. And now I'm spiraling in my thoughts because the emotion has taken hold of my thoughts. Versus when this is where affirming will come into play, where a thought triggers the emotion. But now, like a sad emotion or anger emotion, anxiety is not an emotion, it's a goddamn fucking feeling, okay? Now the sadness or anger kicks in. Usually it's sadness. So now you affirm. Because as you affirm, the affirmations take over the emotion and kick you out of the emotion. So the emotion goes away because you're saying the opposite of how you're feeling. That's how the emotion changes. Okay. There's that part. On top of that, if you're in problem state, you need to get yourself out of problem state. So the way you do that is by telling yourself the opposite. Instead of being like nothing is going right, like problem state, like everything goes wrong when it rains, it fucking pours. If it's not one thing, it's another. Instead, you tell yourself like everything in my life is fucking perfect. What part of this is unclear? You should be telling yourself this. Everything in my life is perfect. I always get what the fuck I want, and and it comes to me immediately. Everything always goes my way. I would tell myself that all the time. Because it's going to be true for you. So now, what is everything in my life is perfect? That implies everything in my fucking life is perfect. Me and SB together, all that shit. Okay, so I think delusion needs to be completely taken out of manifestation. I fucking hate that the whole thing is all about self-concept and be delusional. No. Or you can just be like, digital chick and keep living in her state. He still hasn't contacted me. What? Let me ask you this. It's just one simple question. I'm going to ask you one fucking question. What part of stop letting the 3D control your inner conversations is unclear? What part of that is unclear? Also, I guess it's two questions. Also, what part of start having your inner conversations control the 3D is also unclear. Now my eyeballs hurt because I only did that for dramatic effect. Shut. Shh. Just pretend it's here. Trust me, it'll look much more fancy when I get it fucking done. What part of this is fucking unclear? Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shh. What part of that is unclear? The more you, do you need to write this fucking shit down? I don't know. Do you need to write this shit down? Because the more you identify with your 3D, the more you keep it there. Why are you doing that? Do you want them to text you or do you not? Well, the more you keep identifying with the fact that they still haven't texted you, they still haven't called you, that you're still blocked, they still don't want to talk to you, guess what you're keeping right in play? Exactly that. Exactly that. So I'm not asking you to be delusional. I'm asking you to stop fucking acknowledging that shit. Stop acknowledging what you don't fucking like. What part of that is hard? You don't need to be delusional. Taylor, I swear to fucking God, bitch. Sorry. You don't need to be delusional. There's nothing to be delusional about. Stop acknowledging what you don't like. It's that simple. Stop acknowledging. Stop acknowledging what you don't like. This is why when I first manifested my boyfriend, I manifested him back in fucking steps. No contact, no contact, thinking about me, contact, spending time together, being together, living together. That's how I manifested him back in steps. But then I screwed it up because I went somewhere wrong in my thoughts, which, because I tell you guys, learn from me, I got the feedback. So I fixed it. So then I cut out all the shit and I went from no contact to living with me. No steps in between. Half the time. No contact. No way to contact. until he was on my porch with all his shit. Because you guys keep fucking reacting to every goddamn thing you see in the fucking 3D. All you do is react. Keep it in play. Let's just keep repeating the same fucking story that we don't like. Repeat the same story we don't like. It's fine. Let's just keep repeating and brain and mind fucking our own self, because therefore it might change. No, the fuck it won't. No, it won't. Because if that's what you had to do, then everyone would have what they wanted. If all you had to do was affirm, but you can keep identifying and acknowledging the 3D and keeping your same bullshit ass stories, guess what? Everyone would have their shit, but they fucking don't. That's because I'm here to tell you what they don't tell you. And that is that you need to shut the fuck up, get a grip, and stop acknowledging what you don't like. Stop identifying with this. Stop acknowledging it. Never once did I sit there and be like, still haven't talked to him. Still hasn't called me. Still isn't talking to me. Still not talking to me. Still haven't gotten a text from him. Still haven't talked to him. Not one goddamn time. Not once. Would I tell myself, he's going to contact me today. I know he's going to contact me. He's totally going to contact me today. Would I do that for like 30 seconds a day? Sure. But you know what happened when I went to bed? I brought my little happy ass to fucking bed. And you know what happened the next day? I said the same shit again. Did I sit there and be like, well, let me recap my fucking day? No. Why would I want to do that? Why do I want to recap the day that I didn't like? That makes no fucking sense. That makes zero fucking sense. Because what do I keep telling you? What do I keep telling you about the 3D? What do we say to the 3D? Fuck the 3D. If you're not showing me what I want, if you're not showing me what I like, then fuck you. That needs to be your attitude. That needs to be your soul attitude in life, in general. That needs to be your attitude. Who the fuck are you? I don't give a fuck who you are. Your mother, your brother, your father, your sister, your co-worker, your boss. No, excuse me, who the fuck are you? Fuck you. Tell me something I don't like. I don't fucking think so. I don't think so. That needs to be your attitude. And it's all about you. I don't give a fuck what evidence you see. I don't care what you hear. It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter. It's all about me. You see them on TikTok. Oh, look at him on TikTok. Look at him on TikTok. Because he want to know if I'm on TikTok. Of course he does. Why the fuck wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he? Yeah. Oh, look at him. What? Psychic divorce, marriage. Don't go on your own goddamn fucking life. I'm busy. Okay. Yeah. Go on your own life. Psychic reading services. Chief Amanda. Oh, shut the fuck up. Ain't nobody needs your psychic readings around here. We got the shit, okay? Because let me give you your free psychic reading. I don't even need her ass, okay? Because she's just a scammer, clearly. So here's a free psychic reading. If you do what I say and you persist and you don't quit and you don't give up and you only assign the meaning that you want to, the meaning that's going to make you feel better, the meaning that's going to protect your feelings, and see the version of your SP that you want and expect them to be. You want to know if you'll be together or not? Let me, here's your fucking free second rating, 1000%. Now, if you don't, and you quit, and you keep wavering every waking second you fucking get, and you keep going against over and 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 over again, and then just keep fucking yourself up, and you quit and you give up, and you don't do anything different, you want to know? Then no, you won't. Somebody had the audacity in my WhatsApp group yesterday to say that I love him with all my heart, but I'm giving up. Then no, the fuck you don't. Then no, you don't. She knows who the fuck she is. That's as stupid as me saying I love my daughter with all my heart, and then she pisses me off and I'm like, I'm giving up. Fuck her. Then you don't love them. So shut the fuck up. And you need to learn to shut the fuck up. Shut up in your thoughts, in the things that you're saying, and all that shit, because it isn't helping you. The only way you get something, I will not come down, Mr. B. The only way you get something different is by doing something different. If what you were doing is working, wouldn't they be texting you right now? Wouldn't you have your shit? Yeah, you would. But luckily for you, you're fucking welcome. I did all the trial and errors. I did all the trial and errors with you. So not with you, to myself. So you're fucking welcome. So now I'm here to be able to tell you what didn't work and what did work. Or not what didn't work, but how to fix it. Because I am stubborn as shit. And I promise you, I will not settle for less than what I, deserve. Stop settling for less than what you deserve by letting your mind fuck you over and over and over again, when it's the one thing you're in complete control of. You are complete control of your mind. That's the one thing you're in control of. So why are you giving it away? Why are you giving it away to the 3D when the 3D is only showing you what the fuck you are thinking about all the fucking time? Your 3D is feedback too, because it's exactly how you want it to be. Because if you didn't want it to be that way, you'd change it here. And does it take a long time? No. It's not a long, drawn-out fucking process. It's not like, oh my God, so you can manifest a breakup like super quick. Like, it's cool. It's totally fine. You can think about it once, twice, maybe a handful of times. You can say it one time and then manifest a breakup. But, oh, if you want to manifest the makeup, no, bitch. No. There's a whole 54-step process for that shit. And it's going to take a whole long fucking time. No, the fuck it's not. No, it's not. You are in control of whatever the fuck you want. You can say whatever you want. So when you ask yourself, how do I feel about movement? You can create your movement. I created my movement. By saying, because let's be honest, a lot of us have you get people that watch your stories and stuff, you don't even know who the fuck they are. Well, that was my SP. That was my boyfriend. Did I have any facts of that? Nope. Did I create that in my mind? Yep. Was I right? Yep. Will he admit it? Nope. But that profile hasn't watched my story since. I had no proof of it. But I created my movement. Everything was about me. When I went to the pool, I'd be like, he always opens up his blinds just so he can look at me. Of course he does. So 99% of the time, he would open up his blinds when I went to that pool. He could have just been trying to get some fucking sunlight in. Do you think that's what I said? Nope, that's because he's looking at me. I created my movement. You can tell yourself whatever the fuck you want. I see movement in my 3D every single day. I see movement with Brian in my 3D every single day. Every single day I see movement with my SPN in my 3D every single day. You're in control. There are no rules. Break the shackles of the law of assumption community, of the manifestation community. Break that shit. Break it. Forget what they've told you. Because all they've done is had you play fucking small. Mind fuck the shit out of you. Have you playing games with yourself and have you playing small. No. Because again, everything you say, well, who the fuck decided that shit? A person? Okay, cool. Well, if you think I'm going to take the fucking advice of one goddamn person I've never even met my entire life, and I'm supposed to revolve my life around what that bitch fucking said, you gotta be all the way fucked up. Nope. It's just my personality. I don't give a fuck who it is. I don't care what evidence they show me in my face. No one changes my opinion. And I'll tell myself that. I don't believe that. So if you have a negative thought that pops up in the next 24 hours, because I always task you, yeah, speak, Ruth. I always task you guys, okay? And for the next 24 hours, one, I want you, if you're new here, I need you to pay attention to your inner conversations. I need you to pay attention to what you're fucking telling yourself. Because that is producing far faster than affirmations, because affirmations have to create the repetition before it creates, okay? So before it pushes out. So for inner conversations, they'll push out within 10 minutes, an hour, 24 hours, 48 hours. They push out quickly, okay? So I need you to focus and pay attention on that shit. On that shit. And then anytime you have a negative thought that pops up, I simply want you to break state. I want you to tell yourself, I don't believe that. And then what do you want to believe instead? So it's like, he hasn't talked to me. He still hasn't texted me yet. No, I don't believe that. I know. What do you want to know? This is where we bypass to the subconscious mind directly. I know he's going to text me. I know he's absolutely going to text me. Okay, before I let you go, you know what? No. We'll actually get into that tomorrow as long as I fucking remember. I need to remind myself. Because I'm going to fuck myself up. That's what we're going to talk about, the digital chick. Because sometimes that's hard for people to get on board with. Because unfortunately it's good for you to say he always calls and texts me, right? Because a lot of people do that. No decaf. I have not. What the fuck is wrong with you? Obviously I have. Obviously. But I will go ahead and leave a message in the groups today. We have too many, so we have it in a community. Okay, I think that's a good note. If I remember where I went with that note. Okay, but if you join tomorrow, I will tell you a big part of a minor adjustment based on who you are. This may not be for everybody, okay, but based on who you are, Tyrese, I cannot fucking tell you how many times you guys are in my dreams. Literally, I coach all the fucking time in my dreams. But I will tell you guys tomorrow how to kind of dead out the negative inner convos. What up, Desiree, girlfriend? To help you based on what you're telling yourself, okay? Based on what you're telling yourself, okay? Okay. I go live every day at 10 o'clock Pacific time. Our Superfans live will be tomorrow, directly after this live, okay? We're going to walk through how to, I'm going to help you, you're going to go on your timeline. So please be careful of, never a nightmare, right? Never a nightmare, Rob. So when you join, be in a stationary position, okay? That's right, Lisa. That's right. I'm so excited. I actually want to hear your update. So, no, Angela, we've moved it to this weekend take off, and then we're going to do it on Monday, okay? But then I want, only you do, Rob. Only you fucking do. You give me insane nightmares. And then I want you to, but tomorrow, directly after the live, will be my Superfans live, which is where I'm going to walk you through jumping timelines, okay? You're going to change the trajectory of your timeline by telling yourself something different on your timeline. This is not revision this is not conscious revision, okay? This is why I'm convinced conscious revision stories are fucking bullshit. Just saying. I'm sure you can pay my rent, bro. Timmy. This is subconscious revision, okay? Because consciously revising something does not change your subconscious. Your subconscious knows everything about you, okay? So you can consciously revise all you want, but your subconscious mind still knows that should still happen. Okay, so instead, we go into the subconscious mind, into your timeline, and we revise. Okay, and you're going to change it. So therefore, it changes the trajectory of your present to your future. So be in a stationary position for that. It is a slight visualization exercise. If you are not a huge visualizer, don't even do it, because I'm not either. It still works. I just saw black when I went in there. It didn't matter. It didn't matter. Okay, so we're going to do that. And then also, I'm going to help you embody the person that has it all. Okay, the person has it all. And then next week, we're going to do the Ring of Power, which is going to be so much fucking fun. I don't know how you join any of that shit, to be quite frank. So you can either join my superfans or in 7 days, well, maybe we'll put it up today, you're going to be able to purchase the replay of my 7-day intensive, okay? The 7-day intensive, we will offer the replays. Those techniques are also in there. Plus, I did another technique, parts integration with our members yesterday, which was amazing, because parts integration is basically like a part of you feels this, but a part of you feels this conflict. You're conflicted, right? A part of you wants this, but a part of you feels this. So we integrated the parts together, so they're now a whole, right? So this is where my superpowers in subconscious mind, okay? No, Taylor, we're fucking not. Yes, we are. It's usually when my boyfriend goes to his cousins. So anyway, all right, besties. I fucking love all of you. If you're interested in having me manifest your SP for you, you want to work with me one-on-one, you want to join my WhatsApp group, you want to get text coaching, you want guided meditations, you want SP stories, you want to have a good fucking time with all of us, that's what we do around here. So all links are in my bio. Okay? Yeah, our WhatsApp group is fucking amazing. And Taylor, don't make me kick your ass, bitch, once I go see what the fuck you post in WhatsApp. I'm just saying. Okay? Oh. Well, sweet Shana. Well, now I'm going to have to go yell some more. It's totally fine, though. It's totally fine. Who says it's totally fine? You know, I love to yell at people that I care about and love. So now I'm going to go do that, and now my daughter's going to have to wait because she's waiting to see when she can order the rest of her fucking expensive ass back to school clothes. Who the fuck pays $32 for a spaghetti strap tank top? Seems like a lot of money, but it's got a built-in bra. And she wants not one, not two, but like 4. Gross. I don't know how to join the superfans, to be quite frank. Yep, Taylor, got your back, bitch. Besides, that's hand soap that you sent me. It smells delicious. Not delicious, but it smells amazing. I know, because she wanted to get a bra too, and I mean, I just need to learn to shut my fucking mouth. That's all it is. Because then she's like, oh, DKNY, oh, Victoria's Secret. I should be like, no, this bra's from Walmart. It's okay, Brooklyn. We can help you out. And these kids are above. And by the way, Walmart's more expensive than Old Navy nowadays. I was like, what in the ghetto shit? That's because Walmart be all about that Disney life now, all of a sudden, and is doing all that shit. Angela, your job is to really, really, really focus on your thoughts today, and then any negative thought that you have, other than the fact that I told you guys you're challenged by tomorrow. But any negative thought that you have, your job is to tell yourself to break state, okay? So it's like, I have a negative thought. No, I don't believe that, right? Because your subconscious mind takes you at your word. So when you have a negative thought, no, we resume Salty Dog on Monday. When you have a negative thought, if it takes you at your word, you have to tell your subconscious mind, I don't believe that. So therefore, it does not take that as true for you. So you say, no, I don't believe that. And then boom, I know whatever you want to believe instead. Okay? That's your task. And then as you all know, in case you're new and have been sleeping, you have until Sunday to break no contact with your SP. And if you're in contact with your SP, you have until Sunday to get them to tell you everything that you want to hear. And none of that has to do with forcing the 3D. You're not forcing the 3D. It's all in your goddamn fucking mind. challenge yourself, push yourself to discipline your mind. How the fuck else do you think I get you guys results? Hello. That's how. Last time we had 6 or 7 people that actually conquered the challenge. We have people every day. Somebody was just in here like, he's literally telling me everything I want to hear. I was like, yeah, that's right. That's how this works. Okay, so I got your back, betches. Okay, all right. Now I'm off to go and call Bevy. And then I got to order my daughter's clothes, get some fucking food in my body. And then, oh yeah, make video content. There's that part. All right, I love you. And I will see you all tomorrow. Bye. That's all right, Irene. I know, and she knows.